Golden Boy Fight Night Internacional coming to you live from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. The starting place for a plethora of fighters, including current superstar Canelo Alvarez. He's going to be fighting right there. Estadio Akron, home of the Chivas. That's on Cinco de Mayo weekend. But before that, though, tonight we're at the Domo Alcalde for what should be a great night of boxing. It's 90 degrees in Guadalajara, and the action is heating up even more. The main event tonight, Jose Chon Zepeda. He takes on India's Neeraj Gangster Goyat in a 10-round bout in the super lightweight division. The co-main features Ensenada, Baja California's Carlos Chema Ocampo taking on Mauricio El Bull Gutierrez, who's a lawyer by day, boxer by night. Then it's going to be Guadalajara's own undefeated Rafael Divino Espinoza. He takes on Rafael Rosas, a battle of Rafas in an 8-round featherweight bout. But before that, in the super middleweight division, hot Golden Boy prospect Aaron Silva, undefeated with a heavy right hand from Monterrey, Mexico. He tries to stay ready to go against Jaime Hernandez. And our opening bout, also from Guadalajara, Diego Torres, undefeated in 16 fights with 15 KOs, takes on Jose Segura in a 10-round lightweight bout. Thank you for joining us wherever you may be. Gracias, bienvenidos a Guadalajara, Mexico. Beto Duran alongside Alexis Rocha, Golden Boy fighter. And we're getting ready for 5 fights coming your way here on DAZN. Thank you for joining us wherever you may be. Bienvenidos a todos aquí desde Mexico. Alexis, let's talk about the main event. Jose Chon Zepeda, last time we saw him, he was getting stopped by Regis Prograis in a heck of a fight late in November. And a few months later, he's back into the ring. You like that, the quick turnaround?
I love the fact that Chon Zepeda wants to get back in there real quick. You know, he wants to show the world who he is. He doesn't want to let anyone forget his name. So he wants to go back to the gym, work on whatever he made a mistake, make the adjustments, and then move forward for a future world title shot again.
He made adjustments, one of those being in his corner. Yeah. He goes and he gets Eric Terrible Morales. He moved to Tijuana for the entire camp, and now with Terrible Morales in his corner, he said he feels different. He feels better. You like that move?
I love that as well. Going out of his comfort zone with Eric Morales, a former Hall of Famer boxer. You know, there's going to be so many adjustments made to his fight. You know, just so much more arsenal that he could put to his tools. So it's going to be great. I can't wait to see him.
All right, and if you're Eric Morales and you have Chon Zepeda, they know that they have a lot of respect for between the two. But you see Chon, he's been in the battles. He's been after. He's been Fight of the Year candidates. When you've done this, Alexis, where you've come back from a loss, what's the attitude that you have when you're in the ring for the first time after that L?
The attitude, you just want to go back into the gym and work harder than ever. You want to show people that who write you off, you want to go in there with tunnel vision, you want to go moving forward for whatever it may be, you know, show the world and shock the world and prove your name out, whoever you are.
All right, so his opponent tonight, though, comes from India, Neeraj Goyat. They call him the gangster. He's fought all over the world. He's actually fought here in Mexico. Talking to him yesterday at the fighter meetings, he was very confident in himself. He's like, look, I know I come from India. We don't have the biggest professional boxing name, but a chance for me to put my country on the map is huge. He's looking for that big upset tonight. You got to be careful with him.
Those are the worst type of opponents you could possibly fight. When they have no film of him and he's unheard, he's coming in with everything to win and nothing to lose at all. So with Zepeda, you can't take guys like this because he's looking to upset you.
All right, now if you're Chon Zepeda and you're looking at a guy who's looking to upset you, what do you want to see from Chon?
I'm looking from a knockout from Chon. If he's saying he wants to go back in there, make the world title shot contention, he's got to go look impressive tonight.
So the knockout is what you want to see from Chon?
Exactly.
All right, it's not if you win, it's how you win. And that'll be our main event tonight. Chon Zepeda taking out Goyat, Mexico against India here in Mexico. Thank you for joining us on DAZN. One of the cool things about this feature is you have 5 fights coming your way. But before that, though, we start thinking about what's going on. We have a lot of fights that are going to be happening. And there you see the ring. So there are 5 fights coming your way. They're clearing out the ring. Let's look at the tail of the tape for our first fight. And this is Diego Torres and Jose Segura. Torres 16-0, 15 KOs. And he takes on Segura. So, Lex, you know, when you look at this one, you have 2 fighters at the same weight. Torres is the undefeated fighter. They're going to be opening up our broadcast here in Mexico. And you look at the tail of the tape as the fights have been going on, the preliminary fights, and that's what we hear as the ring announcer right now.
resultado oficial de este encuentro consiste en la siguiente puntuación. Carlos Ruiz, la puntuación de 76 a 76. Carlos Pulido, 79 a 73, coincidiendo con Adrián Alvarado, 79 a 73, decretando decisión dividida para el vencedor de este encuentro. Por decisión dividida. De Monterrey, Nuevo León,
So these are some of the fights that are going on here in Guadalajara. You talk about a long card, and that's exactly what they're doing. These fights started at 4 o'clock local time, and they're going to be going all night long. By my count, there's 16 fights scheduled, but there's going to be 5 of them coming your way here on the broadcast. So right now it was Irving Turu Viartes from Monterrey getting a victory. So that's who's going to be clearing out the ring. Beto Duran alongside Alexis Rocha. Make sure you go to the Golden Boys social media pages for more information, for behind-the-scenes look of what's going on. And Alex, one of the fighters that Golden Boy recently signed is Aron Silva, 168-pounders. We're going to see him in the second bout tonight. You had a chance to talk to him yesterday. What do you like about Aron Silva?
First off, I love his confidence. I love how he just went in the room with an entourage. I mean, he's not an arrogant guy. He just went in there and greeted everyone, said hi, nice mellow guy. And I just love the confidence that stuck out to me. And I can't wait to see him.
Yep, so Aron Silva will be our second bout tonight. Then after that, it'll be Rafael Espinoza, Carlos Ocampo, Chema, who recently came off a loss to Sebastian Fundora. And then the main event, Chon Zepeda and Neeraj Goyat, a gangster. Our ring announcer for tonight, desde Tijuana, is our good friend Pablo Flores.
Guadalajara, Jalisco, México. This bout is set on 10 rounds of boxing in the lightweight division. 10 rounds de combate en la categoría de peso ligero. Sancionado por la Comisión de Boxeo de Guadalajara Boxing Commission, the chairman, Pedro Garcia, commissioner in charge, Alfonso Ibarra.
Your 3 judges for the bout at ringside. Sus 3 jueces. Juan Ruiz, Carlos Pulido y Adrián Alvarado. Your referee in charge of the action, su referee para medir las acciones, el experimentado Pablo Díaz. And making his way to the ring, haciendo su camino al cuadrilátero de Puerto Vallarta, Jalisco, Jose, Hermanos de Piedra, Segura. También caminando al cuadrilátero, from Zapopan, Jalisco, Diego Azabache.
The lightweight division, and it's presented by Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions, Denver Boxing, MKO, Golden Jalisco, and we're live on the zone. Introducing to you first, the fighter standing in the blue corner. He wears the red trunks with blue trim. He officially weighs in 138.4 pounds. Presentando ustedes en la esquina azul, pantaloncillo rojo con azul, con un peso de 138.4 libras. He stands with a record of 5 victories against 11 defeats, and 3 of those victories by the fast way of knockout. Presenta un récord de 5 victorias, 11 derrotas y 3 de esas victorias por la vía del knockout. Pata Salada presente, Puerto Vallarta, Jalisco. Jose, Manos de Piedra, Segura. And his opponent across the ring, standing in the red corner. He wears the blue and silver trunks. He officially weighs in the same 138.4 pounds. Y su rival en la esquina roja, pantaloncillo color azul con plata, con un peso idéntico de 138.4 libras. In his professional campaign, he stands perfect. 16 victories, no defeats, and 15 of those victories coming with the fast way of knockout. Presenta un récord de 16 victorias, 0 derrotas y 15 de esas victorias por la vía del knockout. El invicto y noqueador de Zapopan, Jalisco, Diego Azabache Torres. And now with the final instructions, con las indicaciones finales, su referee en turno, Pablo Díaz. 10 rounds, 10 asaltos.
Señores, van a pelear 10 rounds, hagan su pelea limpia. Las instrucciones ya se las saben, pero el que llegue a caer y quede parado tiene que irse a la esquina que yo le indique para yo empezar a contar el caído. ¿Estamos de acuerdo? Chóquese los guantes, que hagan la mejor suerte.
As we get ready to go, our opening bout here in Guadalajara, scheduled for 10 rounds. Diego Torres, Jose Segura, Beto Durand, Alexis Rocha here on the broadcast with you. Make sure you follow the Golden Boy social media accounts for more behind-the-scenes footage of the fights tonight from Guadalajara. Diego Torres in the blue, undefeated, 16-0, 15 KOs. Been hearing about this young man, the lightweight. One thing about him, he said, I feel, Alexis, that I've outgrown the Guadalajara scene. He's finally working on being able to fight in the United States. He said, I'm ready to graduate and I want to go to the USA.
I agree with that. There's a lot of intriguing fights for him back in the States, and to make a name for himself. You know, this is his 8th fight in Guadalajara. All 7 fights have been ended by knockout, so hopefully he can get an 8th round knockout tonight and move on to bigger, better things.
Yeah, from what I was told, that this is a young man to look at. You know, you bring his career and you start it off, and of course, you get the soft touch early, the first 5, and after that, he was stepping it up. And he was very confident when we spoke with him yesterday, is Diego Torres. And he had a calm demeanor about it. I liked it.
Yeah, definitely. You know, little silent assassin.
Yeah. And when you bring DAZN to Mexico, these fighters, you know, they have to go through photo shoots. They got to go through fighter meetings, and they're not used to that, right? They usually just show up and let's get going. Yesterday, he was embracing it. Like, this is what it is. This is what happens when you fight on DAZN. You move it up, you step it up. He liked it.
Yeah, definitely something he wasn't used to. I love the confidence that he showed the whole time we're interviewing him. You know, just kept telling us that he wanted to go back to the States and be with a better challenge.
Well, now you got to put on a show. Christian Olvera, Hugo Ramos, Jesus Martinez in the corner of Diego Torres in the blue. Jose Segura with a record of 5-11 from Puerto Vallarta, about 4 hours away. The veteran. The main event tonight, Chon Zepeda, Neeraj Goyat. There you can see the return of Chon. Also, Carlos Ocampo, Chema against Mauricio Gutierrez. Rafael Espinoza, Aaron Silva is coming up next.
Nice slow pace from Diego so far. Nice right hand landed by him. Nice right hand.
And that's what we've been told. The scouting report on him, he'll load up and knock people out. What you're going to be doing here when you're in the local scene?
Yeah, go on and put on a show in front of all your people. Born and raised in Guadalajara, Jalisco. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what more Diego has to offer for us. He's looking really good in the first round. Already a red bump above Segura's face.
This was scheduled for 10 rounds. As Torres landed the bigger shots here. 1, 2, 10 seconds to go in the opening round.
Segura's face is already getting swelled up and marked up already.
And you see some replays here. And it's more from Torres as he was able to lock the shots that he wanted, Alexis.
Nice furies in the inside by Torres. Missing a left hook there, but the right hand has found its home so far.
He was able to split the guard too.
Splitting the guards, shooting that overhand right.
Diego Torres, man on your screen right now, he's 25 years old. Career that started 3 years ago. Coming off a 4th round stoppage in November. Gets back in there.
Nice and poised, Torres is.
Yeah, he's had soft opposition, but you could see something in him, huh?
Yeah, you could definitely see something in Torres. You know, a lot of fights here and sometimes in Mexico are lower level, but you can see the poise in Torres. Picks his shots, doesn't go crazy. I like what I'm seeing.
Okay. Fighting at 135 pounds tonight. Torres moving around. He kind of has that look, Alexis, like he knows he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like he's getting comfortable in there, landing his shots, landing a nice little fury inside, and then getting out once he's done.
Onto the body, going upstairs.
Nice uppercut.
Our main event tonight, Chon Zepeda, Neeraj Goyat. Here's Golden Boy on the road in Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. We're inside a building that's an indoor-outdoor facility where they train a lot of the Olympics. It's El Codec. And we're on top of the basketball court. So the tents are above us and the lights are, and it is steaming in this building, which is good for a fighter, right?
Which is good for me. I'm over here in the sauna dripping in sweat right now.
Yeah.
But
so you have no problem losing weight in here.
Yeah, no problem at all losing weight in here.
But when it's super hot in a building, Alexa, if you fought there, like, you know, when you fight at StubHub Center or in Carson, you know, on a hot day and the sun's coming down there.
Oh, super
Do you
hot.
like that?
I do like it, especially in an indoor environment right now that we're in. I feel that you gotta be more rehydrated. You gotta drink the water in between rounds. You gotta take deep breaths in and out because it is humid in here, and that does take a lot of energy out of you.
Yeah, so before the fight started, they had the doors open, the four corners. Once the fight started, they closed the doors. But aire acondicionado? No need for that.
All we have is our fans, which is our paper sheets.
So, you get yourself a good stage manager like Bobby Day who will take care of you. But right now, it's Diego Torres in the blue, picking apart his opponent, Jose Segura. Got some swelling underneath the left eye of Segura, who's from Puerto Vallarta, about 4 hours away.
Oh, nice uppercut. Now he's starting to box a little bit. He's trying to stick and move, using his movement, using the ring. First round was all about all the furies inside the pocket, but now he's moving around a lot.
Bueno, acá ya escuché un ruido. ¿Se está oyendo? Sí, se está funcionando, no check.
I want to see Torres using his jab a little bit more, set up his shots, setting up the over right hand.
Tito Acosta gets back into the ring. April 6th, Golden Boy Fight Night returns to Fancy Springs in Indio, California. The Boricua Angel Acosta takes on the undefeated Venezuelan Angelino Cordova. Of course, that's on DAZN. It's a replay from that second round. I like what I see so far from Diego Torres, Alexis.
Yeah, definitely. Picking his opponent apart. Let's see if he can keep putting on the pressure, using some nice boxing skills to break him down even more. Upper and the right uppercut missed there.
If you're in Guadalajara, of course, you're going to have Vicente Hernandez jamming throughout the building. Headed to the third round. And coming up next is going to be Aaron Silva from Monterrey taking on Jaime Lopez. Third round of action, scheduled for 10. This is where, when I've been told about Torres, this is where he starts stepping it up and starts separating himself. So the first 2 rounds, maybe just measuring his opponent?
Yeah, maybe measuring his opponent, seeing what his opponent's got, if he's heavy-handed, like Manos de Pierda, Jose Segura is named. Just sees what his opponent has. It's basically a fill-out round, those first 2 rounds. Now starting to break his opponent down even more. But I love the way he's boxing.
Yeah, Jose Segura has the nickname Manos de Piedra. Homage Roberto Duran, but only 3 KOs in his 5 victories, so we'll see what's going on. But right now he's bleeding from the
right eye.
Right eye. His nose is starting to get busted. His left eye is starting to swell. And as Diego Torres has been landing the shots wherever he wants, and now he eludes. Good hook from Torres in the blue. Now he's picking it up, Alexis Rocha.
Segura got cut, and he's picked up the momentum. It's like kind of the opposite, right? You would think Torres would go in there and pick up the amp, but it's Segura who's coming up and putting the pressure even now.
But he's getting tagged when he puts the pressure, as they're going to stop and check out the cut. The referee's going to stop it midway through the third. Doctor to check it out. Not that big of a cut. And of course, the Mexico fans are going to let you hear it.
Pretty decent cut.
What do the doctors tell you, Lex, when you're cut like that?
Yeah, I got cut my last fight, and as soon as I got to the corner, the doc said, "Can you see?" And I'm like, "I'm good to fight. I'm ready to go."
That's what they always tell you. Can you see?
Yeah, can you see? How you feeling? Basically, how you feeling? Can you see? And then point the finger, make you close your eye.
All right, they're gonna let it go. Here in the third. Touch gloves in the center of the ring. And right hand from Torres right away.
You can definitely tell there's a lot of pop behind Torres' punches. The way he loads up, throws his right hand.
Combinations. Putting up the high guard of Segura in red. Our main event tonight, Chon Zepeda. Body shot. Another good body shot followed by a hook upstairs from Diego Torres. Overhand right. Now he's tagging him with a minute to go.
Diego Torres is not going anywhere, by the way. You know, some opponents come with the record with 5'11". A lot of people pretty much go and get hit, and they take a knee. This guy's getting beat up, but he's still coming forward.
Yeah, Segura's tough.
Yeah, he definitely is tough.
He rode the bus 4 hours, almost 5 hours to get here for his fight. Took it on this week's notice. Said no problem. He's game.
Yeah, definitely is.
Jose René Segura in the red. I like the combinations I'm seeing from Diego Torres with 30 seconds to go in the third round.
Mixing it up with some nice uppercuts, some hooks. Oh, nice
overhand right. That tagged him. And Segura comes back and he gets
right back. Oh.
He's got to be careful coming right back because he's eating the right hand.
He's eating the right hand. Jab misses.
10 seconds to go in the third round. Another solid round. Diego Torres, the undefeated fighter from Guadalajara.
Nice uppercut by Diego Torres. Segura is definitely game.
Segura's corner got some work to do.
Yeah.
As he's cut on the right eye. See some highlights here, Lex.
Nice highlights right there. Segura's a game guy. He comes to fight. Definitely busted up, taking a beating, but he's coming right back to you every time those punches land. I want to see more body work from Torres. He's headhunting a lot. He knows he's got a bleeding target in front of him, but some body shots will definitely break him down even more. Be easier to get him out of there.
Working on the corner, putting Vaseline there. Definitely use Cutman C, your Cutman.
Yeah, shout out Cutman Z, Cesar Campos.
Got to have an important cut man. You know, some of the best in business, your man, Cesar Campos, Mike Rodriguez, Mike Basil, some of the best in the business. Of course, Stitch Duran.
Stitch Duran.
No relation, but hey, we'll take it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll see some blood here in our opening bout. So now, okay, we've seen Nunez the first three. I mean, Diego Torres Nunez, but Mexico, you get to two last names here.
Yeah.
But it's Torres.
Yeah.
You've seen the first 3 rounds. He felt him out. He stepped it up in the third. Now, what do you want to see here?
I want to see him apply the pressure even more. I know Segura's coming forward a lot, but I want to see Torres breaking him down with the body shot, stopping him. See how he threw the right hand and came up to the top with the left hand to the top, to the head. I want to see him stay more consistent to the body, breaking him down.
Speaking with Torres, like, okay, all right, so if you want to go to the United States, what are you going to do with you? Like, what's going on here? All right? He said, I want to fight a guy like Cambosos. I like his style. I like him. He said, when I go to the United States, I know I can't just take anybody. I want to fight the names already. I want to get there. So I like the ambition. But Cambosos, that'd be an interesting one.
That'd be an interesting fight. Yeah, Cambosos is definitely a top-rated guy right now in welterweight.
Yeah. I mean, it's good to have those aspirations, but there's levels to it. You got to step it up. But now it's this is where you kind of got to stop playing with your food, right?
Yeah, you got to stop playing with your food. This is where you start going in for the kill. If you want those top names like Cambosos, you got to go make a statement with fights like these.
Started boxing at the age of 9. As you said, him and his brothers were taken. They thought they were going to summer school, like a after-school program. And they're like, no, you're boxing.
But nope, you went straight to the gym.
But he admits it, though. He said, I know I need to grow. I know I need to get better. I need to improve. But got to have some goals. Got to have some names. Got to have somebody on your vision board.
You got to have the hit list on your name. Nicely cut on Segura's nose, too.
Yeah, when he walked into the ring, he already had that knot on his nose. I'm pretty sure it's an old injury.
Just an
old wound.
Reoccurring injury.
And he lands a nice right hand from Segura.
He's still game, like I said. Look, he's still throwing punches.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
He's busted up, but he's coming to fight. He's going to make him earn this victory.
Breathing heavy as Segura in the red. Blood from his right eye and the nose. Clean looking as Diego Torres.
Now, Diego Torres told us yesterday that he was supposed to fight on a top-ranked show last summer, but due to visa issues, he wasn't allowed to come.
You say he's got it all fixed up? All right. Well, hey, we're headed to the 5th round.
5th round. Oh, nice upper. Segura says,
Segura,
come on, let's go. Yeah, let's go.
He's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere. All busted up, but he's here to fight. Look at the replay. Nice combinations by Torres coming forward. But Segura's right on him. Keeps playing the pressure. Keeps coming back. Throwing some jabs of his own. Nice right hand by Segura right there. Hands on Torres.
Yeah, he's been able to slip punches. I get the hit really hard.
Yeah, one tough cookie.
We head to the 5th round here. Scheduled for 10. Our opening bout in Guadalajara. And let's just say that myself and Alexis, well, not too much Lex because he's in camp, but we've been having some good times, eating some good food, carne y su jugo.
Yeah, you guys enjoy that for me.
Yeah, tomorrow getting some tortas.
Oh, stop the fight.
The fight has been stopped?
I believe so, due to the cuts.
Yep. The corner has stopped it.
The corner has stopped the fight. Yeah, word is the corner
talking to the
fight.
referee tells me that the corner stopped the fight. So the corner of Jose Segura stops the fight. And Diego Torres, el Azabache desde Guadalajara, gets the victory here in our opening bout.
Nice victory. That's what you do in your hometown. You come, put on a show, get a good knockout, get a good stoppage, and then move on. Move on to bigger, better things.
All right, so now Diego Torres can go to San Juan de Dios, to that big market, go get a bunch of candies like our producer Luis did.
Yeah.
Candies de todos los que quieren, ahí tienen. And Jose Segura, he was tough, he was game. He gave us a good 5 rounds, Alexis.
Good 5 rounds, definitely. little action back and forth.
Yeah, so we didn't get to see Torres with the big finish, but what we did see, you could see that he has some tools, definitely something to work with.
Yeah, definitely. He definitely has some potential. You can tell he has some pop by cutting up his opponent in Segura.
Yep, so the fight is over, stopped by the blue corner of Jose Segura.
Ladies and gentlemen, the blue corner can no longer continue. Therefore, we have a way of TKO.
Damas y caballeros, la esquina azul no puede continuar. Por lo tanto, tenemos al vencedor por la vía del knockout técnico. And still undefeated, aún invicto, Zapopan, Jalisco presente, Diego Azabache Torres.
So a fourth round TKO for Diego Torres.
Segura's coaches said, that's enough, no más.
So he's now 17-0, 16 stoppages, and Jose Segura, who has the nickname Mindless Piedra, you're right, the corner did say no mas Alexis Rocha, but it was all Diego Torres. He opened up the fight really aggressive and just was able to land his shots at will.
Throwing some nice combinations in there with the nice uppercuts, left, right uppercuts, followed by the right hand. Did a lot of damage to Segura's face. Nice fury right there.
Yeah, he's got that long range too at 135 pounds.
He does, definitely does. To give credit to Segura, who kept coming forward, kept swinging.
Yeah, definitely a fighter I want to see again. There's something there. There's some intrigue for me with Diego Torres.
I agree, definitely. Bring him to the States. He says his visa is good to go, so bring him to the States, and there's a lot of intriguing fights there.
And he was able to cut Segura in the second round and attack and went after it. Coming up next is going to be Silva and Jaime Lopez, and that's right there. That kind of long range landing his shots. And
long range, the uppercuts in the inside, nice right hand on the outside.
And if you're going to wear a hat that says Papi Chulo in the ring afterwards, you better get that victory, and he did.
Yeah.
Victory number 17 para Diego Torres. In Jalisco, Mexico. DAZN on the road. The fight card so far, Diego Torres stops Jose Segura. And of course, working our way towards the main event, Chon Zepeda against Goyat. And now we get ready for our next fight, Aarón Silva, Jaime Hernandez. Let's listen to an interview that I did with Silva earlier as he tries to stay undefeated and continue to build what Golden Boy hopes may be their newest star. Silva from Monterrey, Mexico. You're fighting in Guadalajara. How special is it to fight in Mexico? Eres de Monterrey, pero estás peleando en Guadalajara. ¿Qué bueno te sientes pelear en México?
Pues ya llevábamos rato sin pelear aquí en México y no hay cosa igual como pelear en tus tierras con la gente que habla tu mismo idioma, que te apoya el mismo idioma. Y pues nada, bro, cada pelea para mí es muy emocionante, sea donde sea, porque pues es lo que me gusta hacer, a lo que entreno y lo que estoy esperando todo el rato.
It's very special to fight in Mexico. It's been a while since I fought in my native land, and every single time that you can come out here and fight where you can hear the same language that you speak, it's special for me. So it's really good to fight here in your native land. All right, when you look at it, you're feeling good, you're training. When people are going to watch you later on the night, what are they going to see? ¿Estás entrenando? ¿Te sientes bien? Cuando peleas, ¿qué es lo que va a mirar la gente?
Van pues al espectáculo, al show, al knockout, poco a poco, pero sí les aseguro que va a ser una muy buena pelea. Siempre se los he asegurado y siempre lo he cumplido.
A spectacular show, a knockout. I've always told you it's going to be a good show, and I want to bring it for the fans. El año pasado te conocí. A year ago I met you, right? You were the B-side and you won, and then you went and you upset Alexis Espinoza, right? Then you go and you get signed by Golden Boy. It's been a good ride and continues to rise. How do you feel? El año pasado te conocí, le ganaste a un rival en Puerto Vallarta, le ganaste a Alexis Espinoza y después se firmó Golden Boy. ¿Cómo te sientes este año para ti?
Me siento muy feliz de saber todo lo que viene, todas las peleas próximas que vamos a tener y sobre todo feliz porque mi trabajo duro ha dado resultados, mi cosecha ha dado frutos.
Yeah, I'm really happy about what's going on, and I know there's a lot of good things coming my way. There's future fights that are going to be happening, and it shows that what I've been working for is finally coming to fruition. All right, you've been working on your English, right? ¿Practicando en inglés?
Yes, sir.
Right. How did you learn English? ¿Cómo aprendiste?
Well, I took some courses, some English courses, and I usually watch English movie with English subtitles and video games, English video games.
Okay, that's good. So you're watching TV, you're watching. What's some of your favorite movies?
One of my favorites is The
Django Unchained.
Yeah, and Inception, and I don't remember the other name.
Okay, but you've been watching a lot of movies. Okay, and video games.
Video games too. A lot of video games.
You play video games?
Yeah, a lot, but that's a secret you can't tell anyone.
All right, let's wrap this up here because you're going to be heading in the ring right now. A good conversation with you. Golden Boy signed you. You're making some noise at 168 pounds. For this year or in the future, who would you like to fight? Because it's a solid division.
Well, I know there's a way to the king, Canelo, but I want Pacheco, Berlanga, and Munguia. There cannot be a lot of prospects, you know.
That's an interesting list right there. So young fighters, really good, and you have no problem saying, I want to fight these guys. That's what you want.
Yeah, for sure. If you want to be the best, you have to be everyone.
Aarón Silva, good luck to you tonight.
Thank you.
All right, so you know what? The thing about him is Aarón Silva is a young man who's very confident, was signed. He was not too long ago, he was on the B side. Now he gets to be on the A side, signing with Golden Boy. Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, tierra de los tapatíos. Home of las Chivas, soccer, mariachi, and baseball. Of course, the home of Canelo Alvarez. We are for tonight's fights here in Mexico. And now, joining us from Monterrey, Mexico, is Aarón Silva, recent Golden Boy signee. He's 11-0, 8 KOs. You heard from him. Very confident in his abilities. You said, I don't want to be a prospect much longer. And he called out the names, the young names. I love the attitude. And you see the tail of the tape for this one. He's the taller fighter, Silva, as he goes and takes on Jaime Lopez.
making his way to the ring, llamando al cuadrilátero de Tepic, Nayarit, Jaime El Wisi Hernandez.
Jaime El Wisi Lopez Hernandez. Jaime Hernandez comes in tough with a record of 10-8. He will come and he will battle with you every single time. From Aguascalientes, Mexico, where he was at, but now Tepic, Nayarit is where he calls home, not too far from here in Guadalajara.
And also making his way to the ring, también caminando hacia el cuadrilátero de Monterrey, Nuevo León, Aarón Silva.
Aarón Silva recently signed a Golden Boy not too long ago, a couple fights ago. He was the B-side on fights. And now he's turned it around. He's still undefeated. He just didn't have a promoter. Didn't have the bigger fights. Said he had to earn his way, and it's exactly what he's done from Monterrey. Tierra de los Sultanes. Very confident in his ability. As Raza opens up the ring for him. Interested to see what we're going to get from him in 11-0 AKOs.
With Zamper Boxing, MKO, Code Jalisco, and DAZN break to you. 8 rounds of boxing in the super middleweight division. 8 rounds de combate en peso super medio. Introducing first, the fighter standing in the blue corner. He wears the blue trunks with white trim. He officially weighs in 169.7 pounds. Presentando ustedes en la esquina azul, pantaloncillo color azul con blanco, con un peso de 169.7 libras. He stands with a record of 10 victories against 8 defeats, and 4 of those victories coming by the fast way of knockout. Presenta un récord, 10 victorias, 8 derrotas, y 4 de esas victorias por la vía del knockout. De Tepic, Nayarit, Jaime El Wisi Hernandez. And he's the one across the ring standing in the red corner. He wears the gray trunks. He officially weighs in 168.7 pounds. Y su rival en la esquina roja, pantaloncillo color gris con un peso de 168.7 libras. In his professional campaign, he stands perfect. 11 victories, no defeats, and 8 of those victories coming by the fast way of knockout. Presenta un récord perfecto. 11 victorias, 0 derrotas y 8 de esas victorias por la vía del knockout. De la Sultana del Norte, Monterrey, Nuevo León, Aarón Silva. Now with the final instructions, con las indicaciones finales su referee en turno, Manuel Rivera. 8 rounds, 8 asaltos.
Escuchen bien, traten de dar una pelea limpia. Mucho cuidado con la cabeza, los golpes en la nuca y los golpes bajos. Si alguno se va a la lona, el otro se va a la esquina neutral para poder contarle. Dese la mano y que gane el mejor.
As we get ready to go, Aarón Silva with Marco Flores, Brandon Flores in his corner. Jaime Hernandez with Kevin Aguilar and Victor Martinez in his corner. That's Aarón Silva, 11-0, 8 KOs. This was scheduled for 8 rounds in the super middleweight division. And we are underway here, our second bout of the night in Guadalajara. Aarón Silva. Thanksgiving weekend a couple years ago, he fought Raul Salomon, defeated him in Puerto Vallarta. First time I saw that young man, I was like, okay, this guy looks good. And Salomon's a good prospect. You know Raul, he's fought in Southern California a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Going to amateur tournaments, I'd always seen him in district, states, regionals, even in nationals. And you just start growing up and seeing these guys transition from the amateurs to the professionals. So I was very shocked to see that he lost to a Mexican fighter that no one knows about in Aarón Silva. And you know, you move forward in Aaron Silva's career, and then he fights Alexis Espino. And he pulls
big
off
prospect that Matchroom
big
had
prospect signed by Eddie Hearn, and he pulls up the victory. Pulls up the big upset.
Knocked him out. Stopped that fight.
Stopped him.
Robert Garcia trained Alexis Espino. That's when, okay, that's when I said, this guy's something. I watched that fight. I told people, he's got some talent. I just don't know what it is, because Alexis Espino was brought up really nicely.
Yeah.
And now Silva has made some noise, and he's with Golden Boy, and he's loading up on his punches here in the first, going to the body.
Loading up is body
Silva, and Luisi's just trying to hold on. He gets tagged with the left hook.
Nice hook.
And right hand landed by the fighter in white and blue.
Nice.
But Adon Silva going upstairs, landing shots, and we're just slugging away here in the opening round. Silva is cut, though.
Might be from a clash of heads.
Body work from Silva, attacking, and Weezy has no respect for the undefeated fighter. He's loading up and letting his hands go.
Both fights so far have been a bloodbath. Both cuts, blood streaming down their face.
Alexis Espino learned the hard way how hard that Adon Silva hits. And now it's Jaime Hernandez learning how hard Adon Silva hits. He's a big dude.
Big guy, big stocky guy. I love how he's so patient though. He's standing behind his jab. Everything off the jab.
Fought towards the end of last year. Silva, and he had Freddie Roach in his corner for that fight. And Freddie just met him that day. He said, yeah, I'll work your corner, because he needed some help with him. Freddie really liked him.
Not a bad name to have in your corner as a Hall of Famer coach, as a Freddie Roach.
He defeated Alan Campa in the 5th round. That was in December.
That was his Golden Boy debut, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. You can hear the punches landing with a thud right above us.
Blood's getting all over us. Slip.
There's slip. Referee jumps in there. Just no. Silva cut and has the eyes locked in on his opponent, Alexis.
You can see the concentration in Silva's face.
Yep. Final seconds of the opening round, scheduled for 8. Adon Silva. Luisi Hernandez here in Guadalajara, Mexico.
Very strong first round for Silva. Despite having a cut, it looks to appear above his forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow.
On the left eyebrow. See the replays.
It looked like that could have been the clash of heads.
That was afterwards. All right, so now when you get cut like that, Lex, it's right there, right in between the eyebrows. So how do you deal with it where the blood's gonna be trickling into your eyes?
I mean, don't get me wrong, it burns your eye. But like I said, you gotta go in and finish your job. You gotta go out and execute your game plan.
We're trying to get some clarification from the referee. They're going to have the doctor check out Silva after they have a bunch of Vaseline on it. Hey, take the precaution.
Yeah, exactly. Take the precaution. Look out for the fighter's health.
For Silva, you're telling me, I'm fine, right?
Yeah, I'm fine. You just go, I'm fine. Let me fight.
Yeah, we're looking at the referee acknowledge that it was a clash of heads.
I didn't really see anything land on Silva last round.
Yeah, Hernandez and Weezy landed a couple.
And one thing about Hernandez, we asked him, do you know anything about your opponent, Silva? He says, nope, I don't care. I have a job to do. I'm going to fight him. I'm going to fight whoever.
As now the corner of Hernandez is scolded and told not to be talking to the referee. They're complaining. Right hand here from Silva. All right, here we go. Second round of action.
Also, Hernandez is very confident going into yesterday's fighter meeting. Oh, nice little left hook. Hernandez. Oh, that's
just trying to let him go. Some body work from Silva. Going upstairs, just slugging away. There's no boxing here. It's just you give me one, I give you one. Hook from Silva in the black. And the crowd here in Guadalajara loving it. Just a slugfest here. But if you're Silva, you don't want to slug, right? You want to box?
Yeah, you want to box. I mean, if you don't want to take unnecessary punishment like getting hit with little shots you're not supposed to be hitting with. But if Silva's not feeling anything as he lands the left hook there, then trade with him a bit. You gotta earn that respect.
Silva started boxing at 13, was a regional champion as an amateur in Monterrey. You can hear the shots now from Silva. He's a big dude, weighed at 168, rehydrated nicely, feels out good.
Love how he just stalks his opponent. He needs to cut off the ring just a little bit more.
Yeah, you don't want to let the journeyman like Hernandez just be able to do what you want, right?
Yeah.
Like Hernandez came into our fight and I don't know anything about him. I've heard of him.
Never seen footage ever.
Doesn't care. Like, I'm here to give him work.
I'm here to do my job.
And Hernandez, remember, he's the one who told us that he expects this fight to only go 5 rounds.
5 rounds? And he said it confidently, too.
Very confident. We looked at each other afterwards like, you're going to get stopped in the 5th? Because that's what we expect, but he was very confident.
But he's game, too.
He's come in here with no respect for his opponent.
No respect. He's taking some shots, but trying to land some shots back, too. Silva just stalking Hernandez.
But he's not cutting off the ring.
He's not cutting off the ring. He needs some more lateral movement cutting off the ring. He's kind of just chasing him now.
Which is, if you say you want to fight the Pachecos and the Berlangas and the Munguias, you got to, rule number 1, cut the ring off, right?
You got to cut the ring off. But it's all experience, too. So getting some good rounds in with a good veteran and Hernandez right now, this is all about experience right now.
All right, so Aaron Silva. Clash of heads in the first, a little swelling on his left eye. This is a fight that's a little bit more difficult than I expected for him.
Yeah, definitely. Hernandez doesn't watch any video of his opponents. He leaves them to the coaches. And day of the fight, he's like, all right, I'll just watch a little bit, round or 2, and that's it. But who knows if that's paying him the price right now, because he just got nailed by a right hand. He's a jab. Shakes his head like, come on, let's get some more.
El Wheezy in the white, his given name, Wheezy Liwi. Huizi Ligui. Wheezy Liwi. He's a soccer player on a 3rd division team in Tepic.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and he boxes on the side.
So this is a side job.
Yeah. And he's just an athlete, gets after it.
He's here to do his job, like he says.
Yeah, it's to make it difficult for opponents. He's lost 6 of his last 7. 3 of them have been by KO. But his last fight, he went the distance and he lost against undefeated Juan Osuna.
He hit a body shot earlier. It looks like he didn't like that.
And if you're Silva, you want to get to that body.
You want to get to that body. You know, you have a moving target. Once you start hitting the body down, you start breaking them down. That takes a toll on you. So you definitely feel that pressure of getting hit to the body. And then you look to open up some headshots after that.
And it's you're Silva. You can't be a headhunter because as you move up and you progress, these veterans know how to take a shot. They got that jaw that can absorb punishment.
They get hit and throw 5 punches back right at you.
But you see a fighter like Wheezy who took the fight this week. The body, there's a difference in body shape.
But yeah, big difference in body shape.
So why not go after the body?
Yeah, why not go?
Easier said than done, right?
Yeah, easier said than done when you're in there. The adrenaline kicks in. It's a lot different when you're in there, to be honest.
And especially when you can split the guard like that and land a nice uppercut.
Nice land uppercut.
Silva with a smirk.
Smiling right at him, walking his man down.
That's what you wanted to see, right?
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Walking him down, cutting the ring off a bit. Shoots a right hand.
He's still chasing his opponent around. I don't see Silva.
I want to see him use the jab a little more, stop his opponent from moving so much. Blocks that right hand by Hernandez. Dropping his hands down now. Is that signs of fatigue or is that just to play possum?
I think he's tired.
He's
taking
tired.
some shots. He's looking up at the scoreboard that's turned off here. He's looking for something, some kind of highlights. Fighter 11-0. They did a good job with that cut in his corner. And now Hernandez in the white and blue, he comes out slower than he did last round. Maybe those body shots are starting to take us on. Lex, we got some blood here on our notes. So the blood's starting to fly here.
I think I got some blood on my shirt.
This is why you don't wear white ringside, Lex.
Yeah, lesson learned.
Welcome to broadcasting.
Welcome to broadcasting, right?
All right, so if you're Silva, you don't win the first three. You know an opponent who's slowing down. How do you end this, Lex?
I would cut the ring off, and he's just, you see, as I said, he's using his jab to not move him as much, and every time he's throwing the jab, he's stopping him around his tracks. What I would like to see, follow up a combination down to the body and finish on top. Nice uppercut.
And Hernandez is just going to try to wing a punch, and hopefully he runs into one.
Yeah.
That's his strategy now.
Hernandez is just running on survival mode, just throwing some shots to see anything lands. Silva just stalking him down, coming forward and showing no respect for his power.
There was a clash? What happened? Oh, hit him behind the head? The referee stops the time, sends Silva to the neutral corner.
Might be a little bit.
And he was hit behind the head, and I don't know if Hernandez is going to... Hernandez's corner is talking to the referee. The referee just looking at him. Trying to eavesdrop over here. And the ref. So you're looking at
the body language of Hernandez, see if he's going to go up or not.
So they're giving him time.
He might take the full-time count.
He will.
He's shaking his head saying no.
But I don't think Hernandez is trying to get up. Eavesdropping in the corner here. And his coach is telling him, stay. Take your time.
Regain his composure, take some deep breaths.
He was hit behind the head. Referee immediately jumped in and stopped it. But earlier, Hernandez had landed a shot behind the head of Silva.
Yeah. Gets back up.
So Hernandez stands up. Eyes a little glossy here. With 1:56 to go in the fourth round. The referee's telling him. That's what the referee's telling him. Like, you landed one, you landed one. He goes, no more.
That's it. Third game after this. All right. See what happens. See if that affected Hernandez even more.
That's interesting. The referee telling him, okay, you had one. Now no more, okay?
No more. Fair play.
Mexico.
Yeah.
And this is where, if you're an Adon Silva in his corner, in his team, finish it, right? Don't play around anymore. And the Hernandez is saying he was hit behind the head. The referee, but the referee didn't jump in right away.
He didn't jump in right away, so this might be a knockdown.
So is he counting them out? Is the referee counting or not?
Referee's just looking there like nothing's going on.
So the referee's looking over to the commission.
They're spraying water on him.
Yeah, they're spraying water in the corner.
I don't believe you could do that during the round.
Lex, there's a lot of things you shouldn't be doing. Here's the replay. And that was a shot that was off the ear and it glanced over.
Glanced over. It's still, I believe that's a legal punch.
Yeah, it was off the ear and his hand kept going over.
Punch probably slid a bit.
Hernandez looked at him immediately and took that knee. And referees will say, all right, let's fight. And there's a hook from Silva. Just end this if you're Silva's corner, right?
Yeah.
Finish it
Just
and
finish
slug it out.
Hernandez is well away too.
And Silva
now we have a brawl.
The boxing has just been forgotten.
It's been forgotten. This is Mexican. This is Mexico right here.
Yeah. A tirar. Let's throw. But should you do that if you're Silva?
I would break him down.
Box him, right?
Yeah, I would box him more, break him down pretty much not that much recklessly like he's throwing right now. Nice right hand. Oh, that seemed to hurt him.
Yep. Just when you think Hernandez is hurt, he throws one back.
He comes right back. Oh, nice right hand again right here above us.
And
that
body work. No, he's trying to hold on. Is Hernandez. He lands one upstairs. Uppercut now from Silva. Hernandez is gassed. And he is tough as can be.
He's bloodied up. How much more can he take this? Oh, it looks like he's going to take a knee.
And finally goes down. He went down. And he's complaining that it was a shot behind his head. The referee said no. The referee's counting, and he stops it.
Knockout win for Silva.
So the fight, the referee stops it. At the end, Silva claimed that he was hit behind the head. The referee started counting and said, forget it. I'm just going to end this. Not the most stylistic.
But a knockout.
Tough to look good against Hernandez. And if you're Aaron Silva, good riddance. Let's get out of here. All right, get the W and go.
Get the W, move on forward.
That's just one of those fights where, Lex, you've had them too. Those ugly fights.
Those ugly fights with guys you hit, you hurt, and they keep coming back no matter what.
And this was the slugging back and forth.
The slugfest going on.
Which is what Hernandez wants. But if you're a fighter who's trying to be elite, like, get this out of your system, right?
Yeah. Get this out of your system right now. It's better with these opponents than when you step up with the top contenders to not trade with them.
Hey, but you deal with adversity, you just got to go through it.
Yeah. This is all a learning process, all how you get your experience.
Absolutely, Lex. You've done it. And there you see the corner of Aaron Silva. He's got a young team on his side.
Young team.
They went this is day one.
And ladies and gentlemen, this stoppage comes with a time of 2 minutes, 46 seconds. En the fourth round, tenemos el tiempo oficial 2 minutos 46 segundos en el cuarto asalto. Your winner by the way of TKO victory. Su ganador por la vía del knockout técnico de la ciudad de Los Cerros, la Sultana del Norte, Monterrey, Nuevo León, Aaron Silva.
So Aaron Silva gets the victory. He's now 12-0, his 9th stoppage. It wasn't pretty, but he got the stoppage as he went back and forth with Luisi Hernandez. The kind of fights, Lexer, you're not going to learn anything, right?
No, you don't learn. I mean, you do. When you have a fighter running around like that on survival mode, you learn to cut the ring off. And hopefully Aaron Silva could pick up on that and not just chasing him.
So you do that, and So that's what you learned tonight.
That's what you learn.
Cut the ring off.
Cut the ring
so
off.
you don't end up in
basically.
something like this.
And not exchange too much in those slugfests that they were throwing when they were just exchanging punches. Literally sock and boppers. You're gonna hit something that's sitting right in front of you.
And then Hernandez at times looked like he didn't want to be in there. He was gassed.
Yeah, he was gassed. He was trying to look for a way out.
Like you said in the first round, don't play with your food. End it.
Don't play with your food at all.
But we did see some glimpses of Silva landing the bigger shots. But Lex, just like you, when you started off, you had the knockouts early, but as you progress, these tough veterans, these tough Mexicans can take those shots. You got to mix up the arsenal.
Yeah, you got to mix up the arsenal. You got to get the tools sharpened and throw some new stuff that you throw into the body as well, I believe. You know, the times every Silva did to the body was very effective. Very effective, and I think that seemed to bother Hernandez, and then that's what probably got the stoppage win.
Absolutely. He gets the stoppage win. Our second fight of the night is in the books. From Silva. The TKO stoppage, the referee just jumped in there. Like, all right. There it is. Didn't even count. Stopped it.
Nice little angle he did to switch up.
But he was cutting the first, the headbutt.
Yeah.
And blood that was going through the eyes, but he learned how to deal with that. Golden Boy on the road in Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. So 2 fights done. Diego Torres, Aaron Silva with TKOs working our way towards the return of Chon Zepeda here in Mexico.
On April 22nd, when you step into the ring with Gervonta Davis?
I guarantee you a classic. It's going to be a classic fight.
So what is Ryan Garcia getting on April 22nd?
Ass whooping. That's what he getting.
Gentlemen, clear from behind. Nobody behind. Clear from behind, guys. Thank you.
I like to fight guys that don't hit hard. But guess what? I do hit hard. And when I hit you with that left hook,
What else?
yeah, what else? You're gonna see every watch. When I hit you with it, you're gonna be like, what? You're on the floor.
What else?
Sleep.
What else?
Good night. And when you wake up, then what?
Complete fighter.
When you get slept, all right, you're gonna see in the ring.
You're not a complete
You're gonna
fighter.
see in
You
the ring.
don't got no footwork.
Okay.
You don't got no
Okay.
IQ.
Okay.
You don't got nothing, bro.
Oh, thank you. You gave me everything.
This guy I keep talking about, he gonna hit me with a hook. He don't have nothing else but a hook. What else you gonna hit me with? What else? What else? That's all he had. It's a hook. He's not a complete fighter. That's it. Left hook.
Man, you took forever to knock out Fonseca. I knocked out Fonseca 1 round with what? A left hook. It's just blessed by God. Don't be mad. The left hook's blessed by God.
And that's why when it come April the 22nd, I'm gonna walk you to the deep waters and I'm gonna drown you. They're gonna have to pick you up. Bernard, Oscar, and Joe Goose are gonna have to pick him up, and I promise you that.
This is what you have April 22nd. T-Mobile Arena. 2 unbeaten stars. Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Tank Davis. The winner takes the crown.
You know, whoever wins is the face of boxing, like everybody's been saying, and I truly believe that.
Coming up on DAZN next Saturday, Anthony Joshua gets back in the ring against Jermaine Franklin. Then Thursday, April 6th, Tito Costa, the Puerto Rican, takes Angelino Cordova from Venezuela on Golden Boy Fight Night. 2 nights later, Saturday the 8th, Bam Rodriguez battles Cristian Gonzalez. And then April 22nd, a fight that finally got made live on DAZN pay-per-view in the US and Canada. A long-awaited bout between Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. Night has fallen in Guadalajara, a beautiful city. Las tortas, los tacos, chivas. Great footage. Whoever got that shot did a great job getting us that shot here on Golden Boy on DAZN. Great card coming your way. Fun facts so far. And a young man that's from Rafael Espinoza from Guadalajara, has a good following. He's made his career here, 21-0, 18 KOs. He's the much taller fighter. But this should be a good matchup against Rafael Rosas. That's the tail of the tape for our third bout. We got 5 total. Our main event is the return of Chon Zepeda. Guadalajara, a great city to visit. Fighters are getting queued up. They're ready to go. Pablo Flores, a ring announcer, ready to bring them in.
And now over to the ring, llamando al cuadrilátero de Mazatlán, Sinaloa, Rafael Panadero Rosas.
Rafa Rosas, representing Mazatlán, Sinaloa. Up into the jam that everybody from Mazatlán comes into. El corrido de Mazatlán. Manda el recodo, jamming for Rafa Ramírez. Los Venados de Mazatlán, the winter baseball team. Here in Guadalajara, the winter baseball team. Los Charros. Good battles here, good battles.
And also calling to the ring, también llamando al cuadrilátero de Guadalajara, Jalisco, Rafael.
There you hear it. Big cheers for Rafa
Espinoza.
In his backyard.
Yeah, he sells tickets, has a following, well known in the area.
A very tall 126-pounder.
Yep. El Divino, the divine one. He knows the role. This is when you know you're that vet, when you
Golden Boy Promotions, Zephyr Boxing, MGO, Go de Jalisco, and DAZN bring 8 rounds of boxing in the featherweight division. Damas y caballeros, 8 rounds de combate en la división de peso pluma. Introducing first, the fighter standing in the blue corner. He wears the blue trunks with white trim. He officially weighs in 126.7 pounds. Presentando ustedes en la esquina azul, pantaloncillo azul con blanco, con un peso oficial de 126.7 libras. Standing with a record of 18 victories, 2 defeats, 2 draws, and 10 of those victories coming by the fast way of knockout. Presenta un récord, 18 victorias, 2 derrotas, 2 empates y 10 de esas victorias por la vía del knockout. De la Perla del Pacífico, Mazatlán, Sinaloa, Rafael Panadero Rosas. And his opponent across the ring, standing in the red corner. He wears the white trunks with black trim. He officially weighs in 126.8 pounds. Y su rival en la esquina roja, pantaloncillo blanco con negro, con un peso de 126.8 libras. In his professional campaign, he stands perfect. 21 victories, no defeats, and 18 of those victories coming by the fast way of knockout. Presenta un récord, 21 victorias, 0 derrotas y 18 de esas victorias por la vía del knockout. Puro Guanatos, Guadalajara, Jalisco, Rafael Divino Espinoza. And now the referee in charge of the action, con las indicaciones finales, su referee, Manuel Rivera. 8 rounds, 8 saltos.
Escuchen bien, traten de dar una pelea limpia, mucho cuidado con la cabeza, los golpes en la nuca y los golpes bajos. Si alguno se va a la lona, el otro se va a la esquina neutral para poder contarle. Dese la mano y que gane el mejor.
Well, Rivera, the third man in the ring as we get ready to go. Our third bout here. Rafa Espinoza with Hugo Ramos El Cuate. This is cut man. Ramos is the trainer. It's like that when we ask for, hey, who's in your corner? They just give you El Cuate, the twin. You know damn well they don't know his real name. And for Rafa Rosas, El Panadero, his corner has Luis Zapati, Oscar Ordoña, Ruben Vega, and the name Zapati, well known in Mazatlán. That's Hector Zapati. They used to train Silva Ramirez. They have their own gym, Zapati Boxing. Actually, they have their own promotions. Y saludos a la gente Zapati que nos está mirando en esta pelea. But right now, Rafa Espinoza, the 28-year-old in all white with the green gloves. He is also a fighter, just what we mentioned earlier with Diego Torres, who's been wanting to fight in the United States. He's made his record here in Guadalajara with 21-0, 18 KOs. He's well known, he's been around, but he finally got his work visa to be able to fight in the United States. So he said hopefully this year he's able to make his U.S. debut. He's had some opportunities in the past, just couldn't work out visa-wise. But another one fighter, who knows, Lex, you got to step it up to go to the USA.
You got to step it up, so you got to make a statement by tonight. I love what I'm seeing so far. He's nice, calm, poised. He's a tall, lanky fighter, so he's working behind his jab. Big size difference right now.
And he makes 126 easily. Lives, breathes, and sleeps boxing, just like you.
Yeah, as you were saying yesterday in the fighter meetings, he lives at his gym.
Yep.
Lives at his gym.
Yeah, he and his father bought a house, and they converted the middle, it's a 3-story house, and they converted the middle floor to a gym. In the bottom is the garage, the middle is the gym, and upstairs is the family area.
Family, just have some family time upstairs and go downstairs, clock into work.
21-0, 18 KOs. His opponent, Rafa Ramirez, 18-2-2. Nice uppercut from the taller fighter, Espinoza.
Rosas never been stopped, so Rafael Espinoza knows that he just got to make a statement right now.
Yep, it's scheduled for 8 rounds. I expect to get some rounds out of this one.
One fighter that Espinoza did call out was Ray Vargas.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting because both of their heights, their length.
Yeah, finally Vargas will have somebody near his height.
Yeah. You can have an actual face-off side to side.
Yeah, he's just almost 6 foot, makes 126 easy. But I want to see some boxing stepping up is Espinoza. Good opposition tonight. Let's see what kind of show he can put on. And that long reach advantage that Espinoza has.
Rosas has no choice but to just fight in the inside. You don't want to give the outside advantage to the taller, linkier fighter using his jab. Rosas is going to want to make this a brawl, come in.
Well, he's smooth as Espinoza.
He is very smooth. Nice little punches, takes a step back. replay with a nice left hook, followed by a jab by Espinoza. That's going to be one of his keys to victory. Always having shorter fighters using his jab, displaying his jab, and getting the long side reach. He has a very nice jab, pops it very well. Nice 1-2 uppercut, takes a step back.
All the way in Guadalajara, Mexico. Or do you think Guadalajara, the famous teams? You have the Chivas, all right, in Guadalajara. But don't forget Atlas, too. Good team here. And Estadio Akron, home of Chivas, is where Canelo Alvarez will be fighting Cinco de Mayo weekend against John Ryder. Talk of the town, yeah, not too far from here. So right now we're watching Rafa Espinoza against Rafa Rosas Ramirez. El Panadero is on his trunks. The Baker is his nickname because he used to be a baker. Now he's a pizza maker.
He's a pizza maker. It's a pretty funny story, right?
Yep. They're like, well, what kind of nickname is Panadero? He goes, you know, they found out I made bread. I was a baker, and it just stuck. El Divino es Rafa Espinoza. And you talk about that house that he converted into a gym a couple years ago. Trainer Manny Robles took his team down there to do a camp with Oscar Valdez. And in order to get sparring, he wanted Rafa. So Rafa said, hey, guys, I know you. Use my house. So he took Oscar Valdez, Jesse Magdaleno at the time.
Former world champions.
Emilio Sanchez, who used to fight for Golden Boy. Had him in camp down there. And they were working. It was just a great experience. I actually went down there one day and I got to see the work that they were having. And it was just, you're in there, you're watching these guys spar, and then they all go upstairs and have lunch. Like,
and lunch, they get done beating the crap out of each other, have some grueling sparring sessions, and go up, have a dinner, you know, have a nice talk.
And Rafa Espinoza was the one to open up the house. And I was like, why'd you think? Well, one, they're great friends, but this was a great opportunity for me to measure where I'm at.
Yeah, definitely. With former world champions like Jesse Magdaleno, Oscar Valdez, you can't get any better sparring than that.
Yeah, it was about 4 or 5 years ago. And Espinoza now built up his record of 21-0.
He's looking really impressive tonight. Yep. Nice uppercuts.
And when you're that taller fighter, you got to learn how to use your height advantage,
You
right?
have to learn. Yeah, it's a big advantage to other fighters.
That jab right there, look at that. Snapping the jab.
Snapping the jab, using the long-range uppercuts that pretty much hit you out of nowhere. Like just like that. Rosas wanting a hug.
Yeah, Rosas swinging wild. There's not much coming back from Rosas as far as power-wise. Body shot from Divino. You heard that.
You heard that.
Overhand right followed by Espinoza.
I want to see more of that. Nice
like that
body shot.
On cue. Again, another good body shot. Left to the body. Gancho al hígado, hook to the body.
Very impressed by Rafael Espinoza.
More body work from Espinoza, focusing on that here in the second round. And he's not letting him get away. Espinoza's cutting the ring off nicely.
He's not letting him breathe.
Solid round for Rafa Espinoza.
Big press coming out of Rosa.
His name is Jesse, nobody calls him that. Bam Rodriguez back in action, taking on Cristian Gonzalez for the vacant WBO flyweight belt. Can Bam continue his undefeated run? This time in his hometown of San Antonio, Texas. Love watching that young man fight.
Love watching Bam. That's a talent right there. The way he just gives angles, punches and bunches.
Much the same way Rafa Espinoza was doing in that second round.
Same. Punches nice, a long uppercut that you don't really expect coming, but it's so long in range, it just comes out of nowhere. Here's letting that nice, beautiful right hand, followed by the jab. And nice body shot. Nice left hook to the body.
Third round of action. This was scheduled for 8 rounds. Rafa Espinoza in white, the taller fighter, controlling this fight so far. I mean, he's always been the taller fighter, as he said. He's never fought anybody shorter than him. I mean, taller than him.
I would be very shocked to see if he fights anyone taller than him.
Yeah. Except for Ray Vargas.
Yeah, except for Ray Vargas.
We were working a Ray Vargas fight couple where he fought when he was with Golden Boy, Oscar Negrete, who we know, the Colombian fighter Jaguar.
Yes.
Negrete barely 5'5". The weigh-in that day was just, you gotta be kidding me. And then when he fought Azajo Venetian at the Boxing Hall of Fame weekend, and guys who should be 122.
Yeah.
And that's where Vargas was fighting as the champion. You fought anybody taller than you?
Oh, all the time. I always find anyone taller than me.
Alexis Rocha, 147, but you're what, 5'8", 5'9"?
I'm about 5'10" on a good day.
Ah, come on.
5'10" on a good day.
Okay, we'll give you 5'10". But some of these guys at 47.
47. This is
one that you might be fighting soon if it works out. Bud Crawford.
Bud Crawford, yeah, exactly. Got the best in the division right there.
So how do you do that when you're fighting somebody taller than you?
You want to get in the inside. You don't want to get him in the groove, just like Rafael Espinoza is doing right now. He's using his jab, he's working, basically killing you in the outside. You want to get in just like Rosas trying to get in right now and bang the body as much as you can.
But Rosas can't get in.
Rosas cannot do anything right now. His right eye is getting closed shut.
Yeah, that right eye is swelling bad and quickly for Rafael Rosas in blue.
He's breaking him down nicely. I love what I'm seeing by Espinoza. Oh, nasty body shot landed again. Rosas seems to have no answer.
Nah.
No answer at all.
And give a lot of credit to Espinoza, who's been sharp so far.
He's been very sharp so far. It'll look very impressive getting a stoppage on a guy who's never been stopped before.
Yeah, that right eye of Rosas is closing quickly.
Below the
low blow. Referee telling him, come on. The referee's demeanor, like, you're getting scolded by this referee.
You're getting scolded, yeah. Nice uppercut.
Like your dad's like, quita la mano. You're like, come on, what are you doing?
I know. Just using this long jab. Espinoza is.
So this is Rosas' idea, right? You got to make it ugly.
You got to make it look ugly. Oh.
And the fight has been stopped. The referee jumps in and stops it. But why?
Maybe the corner, or was it that actual? Oh, the corner looks like it has a foul, so maybe the corner.
No, but I didn't see the referee turn to the corner. So Rafa Espinoza gets a stoppage in the third. Ref. You know what? I'm going to go ask the corner if they stop it. I'll be right back, Lex. Keep talking.
Yeah. That was a beautiful display by Espinoza. Beautiful display. He's happy, throwing some punches in his backyard, in his hometown of beautiful Guadalajara, Jalisco. Beto's getting some insight on what was stopped. Was it the ref or was it his corner?
All right, so I went to the corner of Rosas, and I was like, did you stop it? To Luis Zapari, who I know well. He's like, no, the ref. And I'm like, why? He goes, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that. That wasn't, I agree with the corner. It wasn't a fair stoppage.
I mean, but you don't have much resistance from Rosa, who gets stopped for his first time in his career.
Yeah, but to go out like this for the first time, no.
Yeah, there wasn't much.
There wasn't much landing. There was some significant shots landing, but there wasn't like he was getting overwhelmed. He was still throwing punches and some low blows here and there.
Yeah, the eye is swelling, but it's not stopped. But okay, you know what? Rosas didn't argue.
He didn't argue.
Didn't complain. But Rafa Espinoza, el Divino.
Maybe the referee saw something we didn't. Rosas did not complain at all. He
didn't complain, and Rafa Espinoza gets the third round stoppage. This is the fight I thought was going to go the distance.
I actually thought it was going to go the distance as well.
Because of Rosas' background, where he battles and he makes it tough for you. But a lot of credit to Rafa Espinoza, who came in and looked good the entire fight.
He looked very good. I'm very impressed by him. Can't wait to see him what he does in the States.
Yeah. And there you see young Zapari.
Almost 6 foot as a 126 pounder.
Almost 6 foot. His young baby with him for Rafa Espinoza, recently married, a new father.
Ladies and gentlemen, this
Bout comes to an end officially with a time 2 minutes 44 seconds in the third round. Tenemos el tiempo oficial 2 minutos 44 segundos en el tercer asalto. For your winner by the way of TKO victory. Su vencedor por la vía del knockout técnico, Puritito Guanato, Rafael Divino Espinoza.
All right, so Rafa Espinoza gets a stoppage in the third round. I like what I saw him. I saw him spar a few years ago. I was like, okay, there's some potential there. Tonight, very precise, especially with that jab, Lex.
Very precise with the jab, using his long reach, his advantages very well. And coming in with some long uppercuts as well, too. Nice jab, popping his jab, keeps double jabbing, stalking his opponent, keeps moving up. I love what I saw by Rafael Espinoza today.
He controlled this fight. Used his height, used his reach advantage.
I love how he hits and takes a step back and not gets hit. That's very crucial in a fighter's career. You don't want to just stay in the pocket too much. Nice left hook to the body.
He kept on going, Rafa Espinoza.
He found the home for the left hook to the body, so he kept placing it all night. And I believe that's what broke down. Aside from all the barrage of punches he was throwing, I believe that's the left hook to the body was what he broke down Rosas with. Nice jab.
And the referee jumps in and stops it at the third with no resistance from Rafael Rosas. Tigres del Norte jamming inside the arena here. 2 more fights to go. Rafael Espinoza gets the victory. He's now 22-0. His 19th stoppage. There you see how tall that young man is.
Shadowing his opponent. But like I mentioned before, I want to see him in there with some good names in the States.
Yep.
126 has tons of people at 126. I think he'll beat a lot of the top contenders in the States. Looks very good.
Right, tonight's fight card, 3 TKOs. Diego Torres, Aaron Silva, and now Rafa Espinoza. Still to come, Carlos Ocampo, and then the main event, Chon Zepeda here in Guadalajara.
The first time I heard of Jose Chepeda, it was before he would challenge Terry Flanagan for the WBO 140-pound title in Manchester, England. He looked good enough to where I was thinking he was going to upset Flanagan in England. And who knows, maybe he would have, but he suffered a freak shoulder injury, I think, in the second round of that title fight. And his career has been a little bit snake bitten because he beats everybody at every level. He's beaten some top prospects. He's beaten some former champions. Man, that clash that he had with Ivan Baranchyk, that was fight of the year. That's the kind of fight that people are going to talk about for decades. But when it comes time for fighting for the world titles, he's come up short against Jose Ramirez. But he fights Ramirez in Ramirez's hometown, and it's a nip and tuck battle. It's a close fight. Personally, I thought Zepeda just edged it. And then he fights in his last fight. He fights Regis Prograis, who welterweights don't want to fight Prograis. Nobody wants to fight Rubaru. But the vacant WBC 140-pound title was on the line. And it was a rare chance for Zepeda to fight somebody on his home turf here in Southern California. Prograis got the better of him at the end, scored that 11-round stoppage. But I think Prograis said it himself. He said, don't retire, man, because Zepeda was talking about retiring if he lost that fight. But I think Zepeda, if he can get his mind together and he can get a few wins under his belt, I don't think there's an easy fight out there for him at 140, but he's okay with that. He's a hard worker, and when he steps in there, he wants to give his best and he wants to give the fans a show.
Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, Tapatíos. Great city, great place to visit, so historic. And this is for tonight's home for Golden Boy on the road in Guadalajara. Working our way towards the main event of Chon Zepeda and Goyat. But coming up next, our co-feature, Carlos Ocampo takes on Mauricio Gutierrez. The tail of the tape, pretty similar between these two. It should be a good one in the middleweight division. As the fighters are getting queued up to ready to make their ring walk, make sure you follow the Golden Boy social media accounts for behind-the-scenes coverage of not just fight night, but during the week. Our squad goes to the gyms and checks out what the fighters are up to. Good interviews. Check out the Golden Boy Insider on YouTube. Sit down interviews and go behind the scenes with these fighters.
We call into the ring. From San Luis Potosí,
Mauricio, el Bull Gutierrez.
El Bull, the Bull. It's a family nickname. His grandfather nicknamed the Bull. Doesn't have to fight Alexis Rocha. He's a lawyer by trade. His dad's a doctor. But he loves the sport, and he's stepping up in competition tonight against a world. First time he comes to Guadalajara. He's from San Luis Potosí. The promo video plays inside the arena.
And also calling to the ring, también llamando al cuadrilátero de Ensenada, Baja California, Carlos Chema Ocampo.
And you see the graphic, rated by the WBC. As of last month, Carlos Ocampo gets back into the ring. His last fight came up short against Sebastian Fundora, which is, you talk about a tall task. Look at 6'5", you know him, right?
6'5", yeah, I know Sebastian Fundora very good. I've actually seen Chema fight a couple times too as well, so they pulled up a very great fight. I can't wait to see what Chema has to do tonight to get back into that top name with the top fighters.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set, and here we go. This is your co-main event of the evening. Set for 10 rounds of boxing in the middleweight division. Damas y caballeros, este es el combate coestelar de esta noche. Pactado a 10 asaltos en la división de peso medio. And it's all been possible by Oscar de la Hoya Golden Boy Promotions, Zamper Boxing, MGO, Go de Jalisco, and DAZN. Your referee in charge of the action, Manuel Rivera. Introducing the fighter standing in the blue corner. He wears the black and gold trunks. Officially weighs in 157 pounds. Presentando ustedes en la esquina azul, pantaloncillo negro con oro, con 157 libras de peso. Standing with a record of 7 victories, 1 defeat, and 5 KOs. Presentando un récord de 7 victorias, 1 derrota y 5 knockouts. De San Luis Potosí, Mauricio, el Bull Gutierrez. And his opponent across the ring, standing in the red corner. He wears the burgundy with black and silver trunks. He officially weighs in 159.8 pounds. Y su rival a la esquina roja, vistiendo pantaloncillo color vino con negro y plata, con un peso de 159.8 libras. Stands with a record of 34 victories, only 2 defeats, and 22 of those victories coming by the fast way of knockout. Presenta un récord, 34 victorias, 2 derrotas y 22 de esas victorias por la vía del knockout. He's a former world title challenger, el ex contendiente por el campeonato mundial directamente de Ensenada, Baja California. El Chema Carlos Ocampo. And now with the final instructions, dando las indicaciones finales, su referee en turno, Manuel Rivera. 10 rounds, 10 asaltos.
Escuchen bien, traten de dar una pelea limpia. Tengan cuidado con la cabeza, los golpes en la nuca y los golpes bajos. Si por desgracia alguno se va a la lona, el otro se va a la esquina neutral para poder contarle. Dese la mano y que gane el mejor.
We get ready to go. Our co-feature 10-round scheduled in the middleweight division. Chema Ocampo, Ensenada, Baja California, with a record of 34-2, 22 KOs. Mauricio Gutierrez, El Bull, with a record of 12-1, but it's been against light competition. As Ocampo rated by the WBC, short against Sebastian Fundora. That was at the Carson at Dignity Health. And what did he learn about that? That he knows he can go 12 rounds easy. It's a determination that he has. He wants a chance to fight for a world title. Alexis, you've been there. The next 2 fights, this one and the main event with Chon Zepeda, both of them coming up losses, but it's an opportunity for them to get some redemption as Chema right now is loading up but Bull hasn't left.
Yeah, you want to come back and you want to score impressive knockouts, you want to impressive victories, I should say, and you just want to showcase your talent and show why you belong with the top fighters like Fundora, and I believe his other loss against Earl Spence back in the day.
Yep, he was knocked out by Earl Spence. As he said, that was a fight he wasn't ready for, and he had trouble making weight, but they're in a slugfest right now, and he's landing the overhand right as Chema Ocampo in the burgundy and black.
Slugging away.
El Bull said he loves it's a passion. Well, here's the passion. It's also a dangerous one. It hurts.
Dangerous passion, yeah. He's a lawyer. Father's a doctor.
Well, his dad said you can turn pro, you can be a professional after you finish college and you get your career started. Did that, graduated, and then he turned pro.
Turned pro, now he's here with a solid fight against Chema.
What's that first round like after a loss?
The first round after a loss, I would want to say it's more like any typical fight. You want to go in there with the feeling stage. The first 2 rounds are like the feeling stage. You just want to go see what the other fighter has. If he's strong, if he's fast, if he hits hard, and then from there you just roll with the punches, literally.
Yeah, you're not really thinking about your last fight.
You're not thinking about your last fight. That's the last thing you're thinking about.
So is it just more of us, the media and the broadcasters, making a big deal about it?
Yeah, more like Bill Duran.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, that's what I'm here for, baby. That's why you got to educate us, the fans.
Yes.
So when you're in there, though, once you get that first round out of the way, does it just feel like, okay, now this is what I'm supposed to be doing?
Yeah, now you're back in the groove. Now this is where, like, all right, this is my ring.
And you see some wincing from the face of Gutierrez, El Bull, as some of the good shots are being landed by Ocampo going to the body.
Some nasty thud body shots in there. There's some more right there.
As Gutierrez is trying to get away from that. He's not trying to mix it up anymore.
Gutierrez got hit and he said, nope, I'm out of here.
Body shots are landing nicely for Chema Ocampo. Hear that thud here ringside.
The nasty thuds, nice, nasty body shots.
Good opening round for Ocampo and our co-feature in Guadalajara. Guadalajara is where we're at right now, and that's where Canelo and Ryder will go at it May 6th. He's coming home. Canelo Alvarez goes back to Guadalajara where he was born, but hasn't fought here in years. He's going to defend his super middleweight title against the Brit, John Ryder, May 6th live on DAZN and DAZN pay-per-view. Let's see some highlights from that first round.
Nice
So you see Chema throwing some nasty body shots, but Gutierrez is answering right back to him, trying to show that he doesn't earn. He has to get his respect. No feeling out round right here when they went just straight to it, throwing some nasty hooks to the body.
All right, so when you get back into the ring, I'm going to keep on harping on this, Lex. I know you don't want to talk about it. But when you get back into the ring after a loss, do you want a knockout? I mean, obviously, I know you're going to give me the line of like,
no. You do want a knockout. You do 100%. You want a knockout. You want to go and just pretty much erase your previous loss, your previous defeat. So you got to go in tonight. Not even maybe get some good rounds here and there, but you want to end with a statement, with a big knockout.
Because usually your opponent, when you're a good prospect, your opponent after a loss is like a step down in competition.
A step down in competition, and this is.
So you better shine.
You better shine. You better go out and knock him out. With Gutierrez taking this fight in the
wow, they're just letting the hands go. Ocampo's slugging. El Bull is slugging. But he better be careful. He can't do that too long.
Bull's no pushover. He's coming to fight.
Yeah, but does he have the stamina to withstand that?
I don't believe so. With the lower opposition he's faced, and with Carlos Ocampo fighting Fundora, who's been in there with some big names, he's going to put this pressure all night.
Ocampo from Ensenada, Baja California, drives the hour and a half north to Tijuana to get sparring, so he's in the Tijuana gyms doing work. The hook landed by Bull Gutierrez.
Little jab hook that landed by him.
So he's able to sneak some punches in there as Gutierrez.
Yeah, he's kind of sneaky with the punches, like the overhand right that just landed right now. But Chema has no respect. Keeps coming forward.
So that's what you want to do, Lex, right? Do you tell yourself, okay, I want to get knocked out, or it's I need to? How does that work?
As much as you don't want to put that pressure, you have to tell yourself, I'm gonna go in and knock this guy out. I have to make a statement.
Because during the week, you guys tell us, if it happens, it happens.
we give you the if it happens, it happens.
But in the
gym, we're training hard to get a knockout. We don't want to go 8 rounds, 10 rounds
against somebody who isn't on your level.
Who isn't on your level? You don't want to get paid overtime. We don't get paid overtime.
All right.
So you want to go in and out, like my coach says, a cobrar cheque.
Cash your checks.
Oh, nasty body shot by Chema.
Yeah, it was a unanimous decision victory for Fundora against Chema. That was in October.
That's pretty impressive as well, because he knocks out pretty much everyone. He overwhelms them with.
And that was a fun fight. I was there in Carson.
Yeah.
It was a fun fight to be in.
Yeah, I didn't see it live, but I saw it on TV, and it was a fan-friendly fight for sure.
Yeah, he told us just those scorecards are wrong. It was 119, 109, 118, 110, 117, 111.
A shutout. No, it was a much closer fight than that.
Yeah.
Much closer fight.
Yeah, and his loss against Earl Spence was in 2018, in the first round, but that was one where Spence was just in the zone.
In the zone.
And Ocampo struggled to make weight.
Said he struggled to make it. He moved
and
up
he was
after that.
And live and learn. Here we go. He's looking good through two.
Yeah. Gutierrez is switching back and forth, southpaw and orthodox.
Tao. A bailar here. Guadalajara.
We have a nice little crowd here.
Yeah, that's a good setup, good vibe.
Good vibe, good setup, some good fights. Here's some replay, some back and forth action between the two. That's some old school Mexican fighting for you. But it's Chema that just keeps putting the pressure, and Gutierrez just running around on his back pedal. Devastating hooks thrown by the two.
Scheduled for today in our co-feature, Chema Ocampo. And you also want to get rounds?
I mean,
not too many?
Not too many. I believe
just enough of a sweat?
Just enough for a sweat, to break a sweat. Just enough to get the little ring rust off, or just the momentum going back in, and then get that knockout.
It'll
get
be
that
the same story in our main event. Chon Zepeda gets back into the ring. after getting stopped by Regis Prograis Thanksgiving weekend. He's taking on India's Neeraj Goyat, World Traveler.
That'll be next.
Body work for Ocampo and Gutierrez.
Both landing some heavy shots in there.
Look, the competition for Gutierrez at 12-1 has been light.
Very light, yeah.
But he doesn't look overwhelmed here.
He does not.
He's stepping up.
He's stepping up in huge competition, and I believe he only took this fight within 4 days' notice. And I even asked him, "Are you ready for this? Have you been in the gym?" He said, "Yeah, I'm perfectly ready. This is my life. This is what I do."
Yep. Goes to work and he goes to the gym. He stays ready. Stays ready. Get the call. A great example of fighters staying in shape and staying ready. Because you get the call, you never know.
You never know. You always have to stay ready.
Now you're on DAZN. Here in Guadalajara.
Chama just landed a nasty right hand a few seconds ago.
Bull's fighting back in black.
Bull's fighting back. You got to give him credit.
He does that weird switch for a couple seconds.
Yeah.
Where he goes southpaw to give you a different look.
Where he turns to southpaw, he hits you with the 1-2 as he's doing right now.
Well, you're a lefty, so you're already giving somebody a weird look. What about when guys do that to you?
Oh, it throws you off, definitely. When they throw right, I mean, as a lefty, you fight a southpaw, it's already awkward as it is because we're not used to fighting southpaws. And when you fight an orthodox fighter, that's 90% of the chance that you're going to be fighting throughout your whole boxing career. But it's definitely weird for me fighting a guy switching it up in there.
Blood from the nose of Gutierrez now, with less than a minute to go in the third round.
Gutierrez is going nowhere.
He's just switching out, trying to figure out what's going on.
Trying to find out what works.
Good job by Ocampo cutting off that ring, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Love to see that.
He gets head snapped back and tries to hug. Ocampo said, "No, let's move it around into the corner, getting out of there." Now he's letting him get away. Final seconds of the third round. Ocampo and Gutierrez live on DAZN in Mexico.
Chema landing the bigger punches, but Gutierrez not backing down at all.
X Series at the cross to the U.S. for X Series 6. The main event sees YouTube star JMX against former Pittsburgh Steeler Le'Veon Bell. That's Friday, April 21st.
Some highlights of round 3 right here. Pretty much back and forth action between the two. Chema's the one landing the cleaner shots, but here and there, Gutierrez does throw some sneaky shots back in.
Headed to the fourth round. Beto Durand, Golden Boy fighter Alexis Rocha on the mic for you here. Main event still to come. Chon Zepeda, Neeraj Goyat. And you're starting to see the wear on the face of El Bull Gutierrez in the black. He comes out to this round already breathing heavy.
Already breathing heavy due to those body shots that are landing on him.
That uppercut's landed by Ocampo.
Pretty much everything's landing on Gutierrez right now. Nice right hand.
Oh, good left hook by Ocampo. Right hand followed by Ocampo.
Ocampo just overwhelming him right now with big shots. Just teeing off on him. Who knows how much more Gutierrez can take?
There's a lot of punishment now here in the fourth round. Ocampo is game. Gutierrez is game, but it's Ocampo who's showing why he's ranked by the WBC.
Overwhelming him with big shots.
Yeah. Ocampo very calm. You like that?
Very calm. Oh, yeah, definitely. When you have a calm fighter like that, just stalks his prey and lands some big Dutch shots like that. doing everything nicely. Maybe throw some feints in there because Gutierrez is. Yeah, definitely. Gutierrez is very game, but once you throw some feints in there, throws him right off his tracks.
Like Gutierrez is starting to cover up, and if you're his corner, how much punishment are you going to let your lawyer take?
Oh, not too much after this. I mean, he's taking a.
He hasn't landed anything this round.
Nothing this round. He's been getting hit with everything.
He's covering up more, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. I believe if out of the corner, just one more round, see how he does, and if it's equivalent to this, then stop the fight.
Yeah, there's nothing coming back from Gutierrez now here in the fourth. Less than a minute to go. Ocampo being able to do whatever he wants.
Gutierrez keeps throwing back, though. You got to give him credit.
Yeah, but there's no sting behind those punches.
No steam whatsoever behind his punches.
That's survival mode?
Survival mode at its finest right now.
Okay, that shot got through for Gutierrez.
You don't want to be careless if you're Ocampo, too. I know his punches aren't hurting him, but you don't want to walk in something big. It might daze you or cut you. And
they say there's levels to this, and you're starting to see the level of Ocampo, who's fought Earl Spence,
who's fought
Fundora.
As he looks hurt right now. His body language is not looking good right now.
Nope. And he's just trying to get away.
He's trying to get away. He's a survival mode, like you said, Beto.
Strong round for Chema Ocampo. 10 seconds to go in the fourth. How much more punishment will his corner let him take? Co-main here in Guadalajara.
His body language looks physically beat.
Yeah. And there's our main event still to come. Chon Zepeda gets back into the ring. That's coming up in a few moments. Chon, all the part, Mexicali roots, out here in Guadalajara. Really excited for him. Will work though. Still says he's one of the best 140 out there. Wants a shot at a world title. That's our main event still to come. So if you're Chema Ocampo, do you step on the gas and finish it?
Oh yeah, you definitely step on the gas. Continue using those dirty body shots. Working on the top, and eventually Gutierrez.
And the fight has been stopped. Gutierrez corner. Great job by the corner of Gutierrez protecting their fighter. It was just going to be more punishment.
More punishment. You don't want to see that with a game fighter like.
Yeah. Good dude. A lot of respect to him.
Exactly. With Mauricio Gutierrez.
There was levels to it tonight. You saw Chema Ocampo do exactly what you talked about, Lex. Get back into the ring. Shake off those cobwebs and get the stoppage.
Get a couple rounds under your belt and get the stoppage, and then move forward to bigger and better things, like I always say.
So congratulations to Chema Ocampo. Victory number 35 in his career. And Mauricio Gutierrez, gracias. A lot of respect to you, young man. He's a lawyer. He's got some skills.
He does have some skills.
Respect for him taking on this fight short notice. And making it tough.
Definitely made it tough for landing some good shots in there too. Some sneaky shots. Sneaky right hands, sneaky right hooks. But it was Chema that just overwhelmed them with everything.
So now Carlos Ocampo, Chema's a caller from Ensenada, ranked by the WBC, wants to get back in the mix, get that first victory under your belt for the year, build off of that, keep on going.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting who Chema fights next, because he has a pretty good name out there for to stop some top contenders in there, or to give top contenders a good fight. So I believe, in the 154 division, it's stacked with tons of talent, and throwing Chema in there, who's a pressure, all-aggressive fighter.
Yep.
You're in for some good fights, very good fights.
Fight that 154, Ocampo puts on his shirt. So El Bull loses for the second time in his career, but nothing to be ashamed about. But again, great job on the corner protecting their fighter.
Very, very great job. They saw their fighter had nothing left in them, nothing left in the tank. Live to fight another day.
Ladies and gentlemen, beginning round number 5. Al comienzo del round número 5, we have your winner by the way of TKO victory. El vencedor por la vía del knockout técnico de Ensenada, Baja California, el Chema Carlos Ocampo.
Carlos Ocampo. It's a stoppage in our co-main. More highlights from it. He started out early, really aggressive. They were slugging it out in the first couple rounds, and then he settled down. Like, hey, I got a box. I'm the better boxer here.
Yeah, I got a box to move. I can't just sit in there with the bigger and the better experienced fighter. Nasty body shots by Chema. There's Gutierrez as we're walking around right now, getting applause by the audience. And I believe he does need an applause by the audience. He did a very good job going in there, taking the fight on short notice. Fought his heart out. Very smart move by his coaches to stop the fight.
But it was just too much. Chema Ocampo, victory number 35. It looked good. Some things to work on still. But hey, get back in on the winning side. That's what matters for a fighter. That feeling must be great.
Definitely the greatest. Winning is the greatest feeling ever. Just when you have so much hard work, so much sacrifices, your hands being raised, it's all worth it. Now with Chema back on the winning column, let's see who he fights next.
Kept on controlling, throwing the punches. Stayed in control the entire time. It was too much. Chema Ocampo goes back to Ensenada with the hand raised.
The hand raised, another victory. Back on the winning column.
35 victories for the 27-year-old. Our main event is here now. But tonight's fight card all via TKO stoppages. Will that be the fifth? Will it happen in our fifth and final bout? We shall see. Zepeda Goyat coming up in Guadalajara.
Just a big athletic machine.
The undefeated Virgil Ortiz Jr.
That is a cold, one-punch knockout.
How long do you want for this? How long do you want in this talk? How long do you want from our conversation? 2? So we'll just do the top again. Coming up on DAZN, following all the fight week build up to Joshua and Franklin. Wednesday, the press conference. Friday, the weigh-in. And then next Saturday, I'm really looking forward to seeing this one, the DAZN Boxing Show Live. Ak and Barak are getting at it. As before, the bell breaks down everything before and after the Joshua Franklin heavyweight showdown. But now it's time for the main event here in Guadalajara. Jalisco, Mexico. It's been a fun card so far. We've had 4 fights, all stopped by a TKO, and it's the main event time. Thank you, and welcome back here at ringside, Beth Duran, along with Golden Boy fighter Alexis Rocha. And Lex, in our main event, we have the return of Chon Zepeda. We saw him in November fighting Regis Prograis, got stopped, and was a heck of a fight. What do you want to see from Chon tonight?
I want to see a knockout from Chon Zepeda. I want to see that he knows that he wants to show the world that he's a title world contender and going back on the winning column.
Now, when we talked to him yesterday at the fighter meetings, Chon was even saying, I want to prove that I'm one of the best for 140. I want an opportunity for fight for the world title. So you're saying let's look for the knockout, but his opponent, Neeraj Goyat from India, has different ideas. He's looking for the upset. You got to be careful with fighters like that.
Those are the most dangerous fighters you could possibly fight because they come in with nothing to lose and everything to gain, and he wants to ruin Zepeda's nights of fighting for a world title in the future. So Zepeda can't overlook him, and it's going to be a great fight, and I can't wait.
Just like the fight we saw right now with Chemo Ocampo, you lose, you get back in there, you want to see the stoppage. For Chon Zepeda, it's a different outlook, a different perspective, because he left his original trainer, now he's with Eric Morales. So it's not only a fighter coming back from a loss, especially a knockout loss, but a fighter who had to learn new ways. That's interesting, isn't it?
Very interesting, and I love Chon Zepeda is going to come out of his comfort zone to get a new trainer in Eric Morales, a former Hall of Famer world boxer, and let's just see what the adjustments he makes to his arsenal.
All right, so when you do have the adjustments, you've had the same one in Hector Lopez, your excellent trainer you've had since you were an amateur, but you've seen this and you've talked to different fighters. Why do guys go and get something different?
I mean, there's numerous amount of ways. Maybe you're not learning from your old coach. You want to go on and learn different things, that stuff that wasn't working. And I believe Zepeda, for some reasons, his coaches weren't telling him the right things to do during the fight. So now he's got to go with a former Hall of Famer champion like Eric Morales and tell him what it is.
But we were talking with Chon Zepeda, and he said, look, I like Morales. It's a different attitude, but he left home. But it wasn't a big thing. He said he's done a big bear before. We've done camps and stuff like that. But one thing about it, though, he has the attitude. I know you liked his attitude yesterday at the fight.
Oh, I love his attitude. But the attitude just coming forward. He wants to erase the previous defeat. He wants to go in there and just remove the defeat.
All right, so that's going to be coming up, the main event. Last November, Chon Zepeda made his way into the ring to fight for the vacant WBC title against Regis Prograis. Though he didn't leave with the belt, the 33-year-old native of Baldwin Park, California, realized he had a change that needed to be made. Going into tonight, he goes with a new team, and most importantly, a new attitude.
In my team, it's Eric Morales, a legend. So we felt like we needed him for experience. I think we were lacking experience last time we got in the ring. So having Eric Morales in our corner, it means a lot, and I have learned a lot. I am in my prime. I could tell you 100% that when I was 25 years old, it didn't matter who was working my corner. I wasn't ready. Me at 25. At 33 years old, I believe in myself. I know what to do. I know what you need to get done. And now the last, I guess you could call it the last piece of the puzzle, it's experience-wise. I need to have in the corner somebody that could tell me, hey, this and that. Somebody that's done it already. I still believe I'm in my prime. I do want the fight with Prograis again. But maybe one more fight with Eric Morales where I could try to get everything that I can from him, and him having him in my corner is going to be a whole different fight. I don't know, you said it, I fought everybody already. I've been in the fight of the year against Ivan Baranchyk, and that time it was number 3 against number 4. I was number 4 in the world. I fought Pedraza when he came up from 135. He was supposed to fight Ramirez for the title, but then I beat Pedraza, so it didn't happen. A lot of people think I fought Ramirez. Really good fight. So I already fought everyone, and the name, whoever's coming up, or whoever's saying that wants to go for the belt, we could just fight for the eliminator, and I'll be ready. I mean, I showed it already. I'm ready. It's been 3 times for the World Championship, and I haven't been able to fulfill it, but that's my dream, man. It doesn't matter who it is. I just want to get that 4th title opportunity, and I believe I will. I mean, that's why I had 3 opportunities already because I've been fighting the best. So that's why I continue to be there and I stay in the top 5. After this fight, if everything goes good, I'm probably gonna go a top 10 fighter, and after that, I'm gonna be able to go right to the title fight because right now you don't see nobody in the top 10 fighting each other. I've been doing that for the past 5 years. I've been fighting with the guys, the top 5, the top 10. So I think I'm gonna get my opportunity real quick on the next title shot.
Chon Zepeda, the attitude, the approach. Really like speaking to that young man. Here in
Making his
Guadalajara.
way to the ring from Chandigarh, India, Neeraj Gangster Goyat.
Oh, the Rocky theme?
I
Chon.
like it.
I mean, Creed 3 just came out.
I like the Rocky theme coming out.
Look at the smile on Chon Zepeda with his brother by his side.
He looks ready, he looks confident. Looks like he's having fun with it.
And look at the keys to victory for this one, brought to you by Ring Magazine. Set the pace, distance with the jab. The number 3 is counter punch for that middle distance, and attack the body, the final one, from Doug Fisher. Main event time here in Guadalajara.
It's time for boxing, and it's time to rock and roll. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your main event of the evening. 10-round set in the super lightweight division. Damas y caballeros, este es el combate estelar de esta noche. 10 rounds en la división de peso super ligero. It is presented by Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions in association with Denver Boxing, MGO, Code Jalisco, and DAZN. Your 3 judges scoring this bout and ringside: Juan Ortiz, Carlos Pulido y Adrián Alvarado. Your third man at the bell, el tercero en la superficie, Manuel Rivera. And now, ladies and gentlemen, joining us around the world, we're live on DAZN from el Domo Alcalde, desde la tierra del mariachi y el tequila, Guadalajara, Jalisco, México. Ajusten sus cinturones. Enters into your first. The fighter standing in the blue corner. He wears the brown camouflage. Officially weighs in 146.6 pounds. Presentando ustedes en la esquina azul, camuflaje color café, con un peso oficial de 146.6 libras. In 22 pro bouts, he stands 17 victories, 3 defeats, 2 draws, and 7 of those victories coming by the fast way of knockout. Presenta un récord, 17 victorias, 3 derrotas, 2 empates y 7 de esas victorias por la vía del knockout. Bayo or Bekenu, Prastut Karteje. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing from Chandigarh, India, Neeraj Gangster Goyat. And his opponent across the ring, standing in the red corner. He wears the black trunks with green and red trim. He also weighs in the same 146.6 pounds. Y su rival en la esquina roja, pantalón de color negro con verde y rojo, con un peso idéntico de 146.6 libras. In 38 pro bouts, 35 victories, 3 defeats, 27 of those victories coming by the fast way of knockout. Cuenta con un récord, 35 victorias, 3 derrotas y 27 de esas victorias por la vía del knockout. He's a 3-time world title contender. 3 veces contendiente por el campeonato mundial. Pelea dedicada a toda la gente de Guadalajara, Jalisco. From Baldwin Park, California, en Mexicali, Baja California, México. Here is Jose Chon Zepeda. And now giving out the final instructions, con las indicaciones finales, su referee en turno, Manuel Rivera. 10 rounds, 10 asaltos.
Escuchen bien. Traten de dar una pelea limpia. Mucho cuidado con la cabeza. Con golpes en la nuca. Golpes abajo de la cintura. Si alguno se va a la lona, el otro se va a la esquina neutral para poder contarlo. Dese la mano y que gane el mejor.
Great job by our ring announcer Pablo Flores, who is a translator in Tijuana, and he speaks a little bit of Goyat's native language. But Goyat also speaks Spanish, so I don't know if he needed the translation from the referee. We're ready to go. That's Chon Zepeda back into the ring in the southpaw with the Mexico-colored trunks. In the camouflage is Neeraj Goyat. Chon Zepeda, who's fought for the world title 3 times. He came up short against Terry Flanagan. That was when his shoulder was dislocated. Then he lost a majority decision to then WBO titleist Jose Ramirez. That was in 2019, and most recently stopped by Regis Prograis in the 11th for the vacant WBC title. And when you talk to Chon Zepeda, said, I just want another opportunity this year. I want it maybe towards the end of the year. We mentioned in our conversation that he's now training with Eric Morales. He moved down there to Tijuana, did the training with Eric, but his brother is also in his corner, as he's been his entire career, Rene Zepeda, who's the main voice tonight. So the main voice that Chon is going to hear is Rene Zepeda, because Eric Morales not here tonight, but the guidance that Morales provided throughout the entire camp, that's been the difference for Chon.
Coming out really nice too, very patient, picks his shots very well. Goyat seems to have no respect for him, as he took a little body shot right there.
That's Goyat style. He'll be a little herky-jerky. He'll try to mess around a little bit. A little Maromero Payas back in the day. I'm not saying he's on that level, but kind of that little influence.
Little influence by it. I can definitely see that.
Yeah, a little awkward at times.
Yeah.
So if you're Zepeda, just want to box, right?
Yeah, you want to box, you want to bring the body. Zepeda's a very good body puncher, and he's a very explosive fighter, as he came out KO candidate of the year one time.
Yep. Yeah, he had
explosive fight.
That 2020 fight of the year against Ivan Baranchuk.
Yes.
What a fight! Just go to YouTube and check that out. My goodness. So Zepeda has been in battles.
Been in wars.
Good
nice body shot.
You hear right in front of us, Alexis.
Loud body shots. Stay committed to the body. I love what I'm seeing by Chon. Goyat just kind of in the little defensive mode, not really engaging too much.
Yeah, he's going to be countering most of the night with Goyat style. Our main event here in Mexico, and the crowd already getting restless.
Nasty body shots by Chon again.
Yeah, and that's what Goyat will do. He'll try to lure you in, and then a little flurry.
Bore you. Very tricky veteran move by Goyat.
And the crowd making noise for Chon Zepeda. The
heavy
Chon
pro
crowd.
favorite, Chon crowd.
Oh, absolutely. You come in wearing the Mexican trunks, and you're a Mexican, you're on your side. But you still got to perform.
You still got to get exciting fights.
April 6th, God the Boy Fight Night returns from Fantasy Springs in Indio, California. The Boricua Angel Acosta takes on the undefeated Venezuelan Angelino Cordova.
Some action between round one. Goyat's a little crafty veteran. Takes the punches, and when Chon Zepeda tries to move back, he sneaks in a couple punches here and there. Chon Zepeda just angling him out with the jab, trying to dig to the body downstairs.
Go to the second round. All right, so now you get that first one in there. Done with the books. All right, now it's turn it on, right, Lex?
Yeah, turn it on, definitely. Now you got the rhythm going on. Now you got to go into that killer instinct, and we all seen that killer instinct with Chon Zepeda.
Chon Zepeda ranked by the WBC. He's on the door of all the other sanctioning bodies, and he said, we asked him, who would you want to fight at 140 pounds? You know what? I like, just forget the belts. Anybody you'd want to fight. I want to fight Prograde again. I feel like, yeah, I got stopped, but I know I can be different, especially now training with Eric Morales, and I can add some wrinkles to it.
You said that's the only fighter that he's truly felt that's ever beaten him.
Yep. And Ramirez is fighting tonight. That's another fighter, Jose Ramirez, who Chon feels like he defeated back in 2019. But right now, he's got to take care of Gangster Goyat. Who will put his hands down and mock you a little bit.
Definitely look like a gangster taking body shots and putting your hands back down.
Yeah. The nickname Gangster, actually, let me get it right. Gangsta.
Gangsta.
With an A and a hashtag. He used to fight in Canada, and his promoter said every time he'd show up, he had an entourage with him. You walking in like a mobster, a gangster. And the name just stuck with him. That's how they marketed him in Canada.
Goyat just laid a short right hook right now. And one thing about Goyat, he's a nice guy.
Super nice.
Yesterday at the fighter meetings, he looked like he just woken up. But then once we started talking to him more, he started saying how he wants to do so much good for his country, India. He says professional boxing is not really frowned upon over there, so he wants to bring the amateur to the pros and just make a name for India. Showing no respect to Chon, taking punches right now.
Or the crowd. He knows how to work a crowd against him and antagonize him. He's fought in Thailand, Dubai, Canada, South Korea, China, and India. And when he fought in China, he fought and beat Shu Khan, who ended up going on becoming a world titleist at 126. That was early on in both of their careers.
So he's fought all over the world.
Yeah, so fighting in Mexico
takes the call, doesn't matter wherever.
Yeah, you're saying about making an impact for India. They're Olympic fighters. They stayed Olympians because they represent the country. So a lot of these guys are 28-year-olds, still amateurs, because they're getting paid that stipend to represent India in the world body.
They get paid more money in staying in the amateurs than doing the professionals.
That's right.
Goyat's now southpaw. Lands a little short overhand left right now on Zepeda.
Final seconds of the second round. Our main event in Guadalajara, Mexico.
Goyat just using his name, Gangsta. Showboating a little bit here and there. Back and forth, a little action right now. Goyat just covering up in the shield. Zepeda landing punches, blocking punches. Like you said, Beto, he loves to reel in the crowd. Goyat does.
Yeah, he don't care.
Oh, he doesn't care. He's an awkward fighter as well. The way he gives you these different looks. He was getting down low a little bit earlier. He was turning southpaw. Very ugly fights to fight.
As the corner of Goyat is having trouble getting rid of the stool.
Now I'd like to see Zepeda jumping down and more, landing the body shots, throwing the furies of punches. Nice 1-2 by Zepeda.
And you see this right here, Lex. You mentioned it. You're lefty. When you fight somebody that looks like you, but then he switches it around.
And then he switches it up. It definitely does throw you off, especially with a fighter like Goyat. When you hit him and you think you catch him flush and he laughs at you and puts his hands down, it kind of changes demeanor a little bit. But you got to stay to the game plan and just keep tagging him, keep hitting him. Goyat's definitely an awkward fighter.
That's one way to put it.
Switches back to southpaw.
I think he knows that he doesn't have the punching power behind him, so makes it up. Only 7 stoppages.
Nice jab by Zepeda. Straight left. Shakes his hands like something bothered him.
Yeah, Chon Zepeda, the southpaw. 33 years old. Started boxing as a professional in the Southern California club scene. You know, the ones where it's just, you got to literally fight your way out of it. In a ballroom at a golf course or at a casino. Got to be the opportunity to fight for world titles. So it's not lost on him. We're fighting in Mexico. Built up a lot of his career fighting in Mexico.
He's got some good fights, some good competition.
Yep.
Terry Flanagan.
Terry Flanagan was that one.
Jose Ramirez.
Yep.
Regis Pro. Those are the best fighters till this day.
And he's been the B-side on all of those, and he didn't care. He just wants a chance for the title.
He just wants a shot. That's
but
it.
Right now is where you just got to come on, and you got a guy that's putting his hands up, mocking, trying to work the crowd.
Just keep punishing him. I know the punches may not hurt him as he's trying to wave it off, have that poker face.
Yeah.
But just stay committed to the game plan. Keep breaking him down.
Yeah. In Mexico, it's different, where the corners are allowed to stand. So Goyat's corner, we have one person with him, his trainer, is just pacing around by the corner back and forth. moving around.
Running around.
It's just different rules, different ways of doing it. In the United States, especially the California Commission, makes sure you sit down. You can't. If there's a big reaction, you still got to stay seated.
Zepeda's corner is also standing up too.
Yeah,
leaning over the ring.
Everybody in Zepeda's corner is standing up. They're in the ring. Literally.
They're in the ring. Fury by Zepeda.
And you hear laughing for the corner
laughing. They're having a ball while their fighters in there.
So these slipping punches, and it's hard to find him and tag him.
It is, because he gives you different angles just like that.
And he just keeps on moving.
His upper body.
Fourth round scheduled for 10. Chon Zepeda, Neeraj Goyat. Here as we go to the fourth round. It's an awkward style from Goyat. He's going to be losing, he's going to be slipping. But one thing about him is he knows that the sport of boxing isn't taking notice anywhere around the world. He knows it's very limited. As he said, in my area, in my town, people know that I'm a pro boxer and I make a big deal. He does a great job helping out amateur boxers.
Amateur boxers.
He helps support a lot of the fighters who move on to to Canada as pros, and he helps support them and guide them. Like, my country might not care about me, but I know that I care about the fighters. One thing that he also did is he's a humanitarian, and he was able to bring back Indian students that were studying in the Ukraine. When the war broke out in the Ukraine, he helped arrange to bring back over 100 students back to India. He said, that's what my legacy is going to be, is about helping people out.
Wow.
And he's using boxing as a way to bring awareness to his country.
Yeah, definitely. So, like you said, in the amateurs, he probably had a hard background growing up in the amateurs, and when he turned pro, he decided, hey, I'm gonna help the amateurs just as no one helped me. So
well, you two were talking about that too, but you fought for AIBA, is that
AIBA, yeah. So AIBA's an organization for amateur boxing, and they're very big in it.
It's world. It's not the U.S.
It's the world. Yeah, okay. It's not the U.S. It's the world.
Yeah, so he fought here in Guadalajara as an amateur. He remembers that. You were talking about fighting in Russia?
I was fighting in Kiev, Ukraine.
Oh, Ukraine.
Yeah, 2013. Nice body shot by Zepeda. Looks like caught Goyat off guard.
Yep. And Chon didn't have that amateur pedigree. Chon had to work his way up the Southern California area, and the referee's going to jump in, and he's going to warn Chon from pulling him down. And the referee, you got to protect yourself. He's arguing with the referee, and Zepeda jumped on it. And this is now if you're Chon, like, all right, he's messing around. That's it. Forget it. Let's go.
Heavy pro favorite Chon crowd.
Yeah.
But credit to oh yeah, he's having fun in there. Yeah, he's playing possum. He's having fun in there. Chon switches to orthodox right now. Nice left hook, nice double left to the body.
You want to see more of that?
Yeah, definitely more of that. Especially when you have an opponent who's moving their upper body a lot, you want to just hit the arms. You want to just hit the body wherever the punch follows.
10 seconds to go in the round. And there you see
Goyat having fun in there.
So awkward. Just keeps on slithering around that ring. And he looks at you, Alexis, a little nod.
He's an awkward and tough opponent, that's for sure. Doesn't want to engage with Zepeda.
some highlights from that round.
Nice body shot by Zepeda. That definitely caught his attention. Nice uppercut by Zepeda. Nice furies. But here we see Goyat coming right back. Throwing his hands up in the air, having fun.
The head to 5th round is scheduled for 10. Chon Zepeda.
Pawing him with the jabs, trying to set up a big shot, probably left hand.
As Chon said, I know I need to add some new wrinkles to my game. I know I need to get into the mix. I got to improve in certain areas. Like, okay, so after this fight, you want to fight for a title? Like, no, maybe one more with a new trainer, new information, and then towards the end of the year, let's go at it. Because I want to add to my arsenal. Okay.
You got to respect that. He wants to make the proper adjustments right before going with the world title shot.
But he also, as he said, he feels like he's the high-risk, low-reward candidate for a champion to go after.
Yeah, definitely. He's just stalking Goyat, but Goyat's having fun, like I said. Putting his hands up in the air.
Just mocking everybody, including the crowd. Hey, when you started your career 0-2-2, and you're still going here, and he's never been stopped.
Never been stopped.
Now I can see why, because he doesn't let you hit him.
Has a win over a former world champion, too.
Yeah. But you're not going to hit him. Like, if you're Chon, how do you find a way to hit him flush?
You want to just hit the body, just like he's throwing there. That's going to stop all his upper movement. Hit him in the arms. Get kind of dirty with him, because he's also moving in a dirty, not a dirty way, but a very awkward way.
Like, don't let him get comfortable.
Don't let him get comfortable at all. He tries to play mind games when he tries to put his hands up in the air, puts him down. But yeah,
like
just like that. You can't let him get comfortable like that. Or you can't let, nice body shot. You can't let that get in your head as well if you're Zepeda.
You ever fought anybody like this?
I've fought fighters that I would hit them and they would smile right back or stick their tongue out, but not like this.
Not even as an amateur or anything like that?
None that I can recall right now. I'm sure it's different in there when you're hitting these guys with all the hard shots and they're throwing up their hair, like they're throwing up their hands, like they're having fun in there.
Yeah. And just say the Mexican faithful are using very colorful language towards Goyat. He does speak some Spanish, so he understands the bad words.
Nice following up right there.
That's the shot. And then
Goyat right back.
Asking the crowd to make noise as he's the one that got hot.
Oh, nasty body shot hurt him. Hurts Goyat. Goyat puts his hands up like,
give me
some more. Who is he looking at?
Who is he looking at? Is he looking at you, Hector? He's looking at the guy yelling at him. So there's a dude right behind us that is just letting Goyat have it. So he looked right at him. And they're going to go at it April 22nd as Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia will be live on DAZN pay-per-view in the U.S. and Canada. Which young American star will come out on top? That's April 22nd in Vegas. And don't ask for tickets. We don't have any. Some highlights here, Alexis.
Some highlights right here by Zepeda. Mixing it up very well. Goyat's tough. He's taking some nasty body shots. Zepeda setting up little traps up top and then shooting to the body with an explosive right hand or explosive left hook to the body. One of them did catch him later on right now, as we see right here. Thudding body shot that hurts Goyat. But give credit to Goyat, who's having fun in there, moving around, mocking the people rooting against them.
All right, 6th round. Okay, you're gonna let this guy mock around. You can't do that, right? You gotta end this.
You gotta end it, especially if you're Chon Zepeda and you wanna make a statement by going back there to fight the future world champions. You gotta go out there and make a statement tonight.
All right, so now if you're Chon, We're in the 6th round. Okay, it's cute and all that Goyat is messing around, mocking, asking for the crowd, but he's winning some favor with the crowd. He's upsetting them, and if you're Chon, you're not exactly looking good. So how? What do you do?
It's very tough when you fight types of fighter like this who are awkward and they just don't want to engage, because he throws some punches here and there to show that he's in the fight, but he's, for the most part, he's just taking them on the body. He's taking some headshots. He's taking them on the arms. It's very, very hard to look impressive with guys like this who've never been stopped and are very awkward and difficult fighters that move around like that. But if I was Chon, I would just stick to the game plan. Don't get cautious, but don't overthink it in another sense.
Yeah, you're the better boxer.
Be the better boxer. Don't play into his mind games.
Now, also, you've been there where I've worked a lot of your fights, Alexis, where you had some guys where did not want to engage with you, did not want to fight with you, and it takes two to tango, as they said. But when you know there's a guy who's not going to throw with you, who doesn't want to mix it up with you, how do you step on and control?
It's very hard. You just have to dictate the pace. You have to be the aggressor the whole fight. So really, it just comes down to you trying to stop the guy to get him out of the survival mode.
The fog machine was let loose here inside the arena. Mexico.
Chon is applying more pressure, though. You can see it in his punches, his furies.
But is he breaking them down?
I don't think so. That's the thing when you fight fighters like this. Look, he's just running around. It almost fell by us.
Walking. Don't be falling on my desk, bro. Stay up there. That was right above us. I didn't know he was like that. I've seen a couple of his fights that I was able to find on YouTube. But he was that's where he was the A side in doing it, so he was controlling more of it.
Oh, nice right hand by.
Finally, we get a shot landed by Goyat.
But that's the thing. He baits you in. When Chon's throwing 4-5, he throws one quick sneaky right hand, and he goes back to the defense.
Well, now I know he's never been stopped.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't find him. He doesn't engage.
He doesn't engage. Those are very hard opponents to take out when they don't engage. Chon just got to break him down with body shots like that.
This guy who flew almost 30-something hours to get here. And Chon looked at him like, don't shake my hand, man. Like, Going VIP. Puro Bad Bunny, VIP. Un selfie, Bobby. Hey, what would Bad Bunny be doing right now if he saw Goyat?
Yeah, they're spraying water all over Goyat.
Yeah.
Maybe he looks a little tired, a little fatigued.
The way Goyat's going right now?
The way he's going right now, he's
VIP.
moving.
No VIP.
Chon Zepeda just applying the pressure, trying to break his man down, trying to get him out of there. But with Goyat, it's so awkward and difficult. It's going to be very hard to do that.
We head to the 7th round. Looking at him. Goyat. You know, I'm going to start talking to him between rounds. See what he says.
He'll probably answer back.
Of course. Yeah, so when Goyat showed up to our fighter meetings yesterday, he looked like he was asleep.
Half asleep.
And did not want to be there. He had that attitude like, nah. Well, now we knew why, because he flew from India to Mexico City. Visa Customs, they held him longer than he needed to, and he missed his connecting flight to Guadalajara. Because he missed his connecting flight, he missed the next flight, and then he had to sleep at the airport because there was no hotels available close by to the airport. So he slept at the airport floor, got here in time for the weigh-in, and then they told him, hey, you got to go to these meetings, which, why? What am I doing this for? And he was asleep. And then once we got him talking about the amateur program in India, what he does, he was all about it, opened up, gave us more of it. But I got the impression also that he didn't really much care for Chon Zepeda.
He didn't. We asked him, what do you know much about your opponent? He said, I don't really care.
Yep.
Pretty much, just he has a job to do.
So we've seen this. But now if you're Chon Zepeda, who says, hey, I want to fight for a title at the end of the year, you have an opponent who isn't willing to engage enough to where you can show.
Enough to where you can show, definitely.
But isn't it on Chon to control? Like this? More of that?
Like that with
Like
Goyat.
that. That's what you should do with your
Goyat.
Chon, right? Put your hands up, make him punish him.
Yeah. Maybe some reverse psychology. Maybe Chon should start doing that to him.
But then that goes back to what you said. Don't fall his game.
Yeah, exactly. Then you play his game. He baked you in. Yeah, very tough to look impressive against these fighters. Don't engage at all.
Because he gets hit and moves quickly.
He gets hit, moves quickly, puts his hands up in the air. He'll stay in the pocket for a little bit, but most of the time he's moving his upper body quite often. And then he gets like a little shell, and then once Chon's done, he sneaks 1 or 2 shots in there.
He's on the ropes, but
like goes back to the ropes. Look, that's where he's comfortable.
This is a fight. If you're a fan of Chon Zepeda, you're just gonna throw this one away and say, you know what? Forget it. The dude wasn't willing.
Yeah, the dude wasn't worrying. You're not gonna get him out of there.
Yeah. Get your rounds in.
Get your rounds in. Yeah. Shake off some cobwebs. Work on some stuff. Work on some stuff you've been working on with your new trainer.
Yep. And that's another thing too. You had some wrinkles in it, something you got to work on. And Goyat now just hugging. And final seconds of the round. Chon Zepeda
holding his head down a little bit.
Chon gets one in at the end.
Right at the bell.
Hey, you good?
Looking right at us.
You all right?
Saying yes to us. The guy back us, clowning him.
He's going to keep on talking. I'm going to talk to him too. But next Saturday, is going to be a lot of talking. Joshua Franklin. Anthony Joshua returns to the ring against Jermaine Franklin. And Joshua Franklin next Saturday on DAZN. Then April 6th, Tito Costa, Angelino Cordova, Golden Boy Fight Night from the Coachella Valley. 2 nights later, Bam Rodriguez in his hometown takes on Christian Gonzalez. Then April 22nd, in Las Vegas on DAZN pay-per-view, the U.S. and Canada, Tank and Ryan Garcia. You see the corner of Goyat. The guy waving the towel, trying to give him some air. He met him about an hour ago. His trainer isn't really giving him instructions. He's right here in the corner. He's more of like a cheerleader because he just keeps clapping and going that. It's almost like if Goyat trains himself.
Keep cheering him on. Possibly. This is just Goyat's game plan, moving around, not trying to engage.
8th round, 3 more to go for Chon. This is where, okay, forget it. I'm gonna step on the gas.
Step on the gas, just try to.
And I gotta do something good.
Yeah.
Goyat in the corner, keeps on moving.
Keeps moving.
That shots are right in front of us, right above us. Goyat gets off the ropes.
1-2 by Zepeda.
Wait, if you have a guy that flew over 30 hours, slept in the airport, on the airport floor, the body's got to be a little soft, right?
Yeah, you got to be soft.
Got to go at it?
Yeah, go bang to the body. Especially Goyat has not some ab definition in him. Bang to the body, slow him down a little bit more.
We all got abs, just they're not defined there, Alexis Rocha. It was a chiseled 147. But this is good movement I like from Chon right there.
Yeah.
He's on there, he's controlling, moving
he's
around.
Controlling it, picking his shots nicely, not getting reckless, not overshooting. Nice body shots, just setting those shots up, touching them, scoring points, and then occasionally throws a boom body shot as Goyat's trying to tackle him out of the ring.
Goyat fought in Mexico as a professional back in 2018. He won. Actually, no, he lost in Mexico against a fighter making his pro debut. Well, he knows what he's up against. Right there, the body, right?
Right there, the body just
beats
him. So he's boring him with a nice little pitter pat to the top and then just exploding, boom. Right hook to the body, left to the body. Yeah, he did. Nice uppercut, just taking his time. And you have to take your time with fighters like this because if you throw 3 or 4 hard shots, the guy's just gonna take it. You're gonna hit his gloves. You're gonna hit his arms. But when you calculate punches like the way he just did with that left hook, that breaks you down even more, and those punches hurt even more. The punch that knocks you out is the one you don't see coming.
Much better round for Chon Zepeda because Goyat's not messing around as much. And he's been going to the body.
Not moving around.
You're right, though. That little pitter-patter on top of the body shot. Good work for Chon Zepeda here in the 8th.
Goyat's going to go back to the corner and mock the guy screaming behind us.
Blowing snot out of his nose. Make sure you follow the Golden Boy social media accounts for more information on upcoming fights, where we're going to be at next. You can go and check out Virgil Ortiz behind-the-scenes footage as the Dallas Mavericks welcome their own. It's at courtside. He'll be fighting April 29th. Chon Zepeda. Control that 8th round.
Throwing the body shots, exploding to the body. As we see there, followed by a left hand coming to the top of the head. Barely missed for Goyat.
Yeah, it's hot in the venue right now. They're just
very hot,
pouring water all over Goyat. That corner is a mess. I mean, there's ice in the corner. You got to clean that up.
Oh yeah, they're gonna slip.
You got to. Goyat's stepping on ice right now. They took our water bottle. They're I mean, right there. That's where Goyat's slipping on the ice. You see that right there where his feet are at.
I know. Look at all the ice. I'm surprised the referee hasn't said anything about it. Nasty body shot by Zepeda. Zepeda looks at him like, all right, I got you.
They're going orthodox right now.
Zepeda's right orthodox right now. Yeah. Standing in the right-hand stance.
In the middle rounds, it was Goyat who just gets tagged. He was boxing and moving around. In the last couple of rounds, he stopped doing that. Now he's on the ropes because he's getting hit.
Now he's actually getting hit with some hard shots.
If you're Chon, what do you do here in this 9th?
Step on the gas pedal. You want to knock him out. You want to make a statement. But with fighters like Goyat that don't engage, it's very hard to look like that. It's very hard to look impressive.
So you got to be the one just going gas.
You have to be the one basically just throwing punches, engaging the fight. When Goyat is just running around, throwing his hands up in the air, not engaging at all. Goyat, interesting right now. Goyat's southpaw, Zepeda's right-handed.
Yeah, and Goyat's also breathing very heavy here halfway through the 9th round. Good combination from Chon Zepeda. More of that, huh?
More of that.
He's so herky-jerky. It's just his Goyat.
All upper body movement. Oh, he got caught with the right hook.
Yes, he did.
He got caught with the right hook coming in.
Now some swelling from the left eye of Goyat.
That day's Goyat.
Chon is chopping it around, and Goyat has stopped messing around now. Good job by Chon Zepeda controlling the later part of the fight.
Not feeding in the mind games of Goyat.
Just as I said that he puts his hands up.
Yeah, he puts his hands up.
Well, pressure, right? If you're Chon?
Apply the pressure?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Keep applying the pressure. Keep breaking him down. Make him quit. Nasty body shot. Nice pitter-pats and flurries. Falling with the left hook down into the body. Just Goyat does not want to engage at all.
Nope.
He's just waiting for Chon to throw. And occasionally he'll throw like little 2 punches just like that, like he did right now.
We're done with 9 in Guadalajara. Chon Zepeda and Neeraj Goyat. There you see Chon Zepeda, solid 9th round.
Nice furies by Chon Zepeda.
But that's the good right hand.
Sneaky right hook. Goyat threw a punch.
Some blood from the nose. We didn't see that earlier.
Timed them perfect with the right hook.
That was that right hand that checked him.
Goyat was caught coming in with a nice short right hook.
All right, so we get to the 10th and final round. Goyat has never been stopped. He hugs Chon Zepeda. That's sportsmanship between the two. But if you're Chon, you got the fight control, but do you go for it?
You try to end the fight as you can. I would say just apply the pressure. If you haven't gotten hurt once by the same game plan of you coming forward from round 1 to round 9, then keep at it.
Yes, you want to win, but it's also how you win.
How you win, exactly. And with Chon Zepeda, who's a name at 140, you want to fight the world champions. So you have to make statements. You have to impress the fans and the people that you're up next for a world title shot.
Multiple hooks from Chon Zepeda. Oh, the sweat is flying here ringside. So you bring a towel, Lex.
Yeah, I'm good.
Good flurries from Alexis Rocha as the broadcaster. Chon Zepeda in the southpaw stance now. A minute gone in the 10th and final round.
Goyat still playing possum, not engaging with anything.
At all.
I mean, at this point,
he's surviving.
He's surviving, yeah. At this point, Goyat just here to survive, basically.
Oh.
Running around.
Chon Zepeda back to right-handed. And it's just an awkward style, but a good fight for Chon Zepeda.
Get back in the winning column.
And if you can deal with this, a guy who doesn't want to fight you and still control. Yep. Chon is holding back that left hand. I wonder if he might have heard it landing it earlier, because he winced after he threw a punch.
He's throwing it, but now with full conviction.
Yeah.
He usually does.
He's holding back the left hand, isn't he? Yeah, I'd be curious to see if he might have just jammed it. Something happened to that left earlier in the round.
Maybe that's why he's turning orthodox to just shoot the right hand. Oh, nasty.
Like that?
Like that. That was a lead right hook in the southpaw stance.
Yeah, I think Chon is fighting this round with one hand.
One hand.
I mean, that's just my amateur opinion. What do you think, Lex?
No, he's definitely throwing his left hand, but he hasn't thrown it with a looping shot to the head. Now he's switching back to right hand.
Final seconds of the fight. Chon Zepeda, Neeraj Goyat, our main event in Guadalajara, is going to go the distance. An interesting fight, an awkward fight, but for Chon Zepeda to get the 10 rounds of quality work, and for Goyat, representing India, he's an interesting fighter.
Interesting fighter, definitely interesting fighter.
So we'll go to the judges' scorecards. Our first bout tonight that goes the distance. There's the corner of Goyat. Very excited. I mean, you also got to get yourself a cut, man, with all them chains.
Yeah,
that's some swag right there. Let's look at some of the highlights from this fight. Go for it, Lex. What did you see the entire night?
Chon's just breaking him, trying to break him down nice, slowly exploding to the body with the left hook. Switching to orthodox, which is kind of impressive for a southpaw style. Going and mixing it up. Nice furies by Zepeda. Goyat did not come to fight or to engage, he just came to win. Beto talking to Chon Zepeda, asking him if he hurt his left hand.
Yeah, so I was just talking with Chon right now. I was like, did you hurt your hand? He's like, earlier in the fight, and he was pointing at his thumb area on his left hand. And I was like, what about that last round? He's like, yeah, that punch. So he did feel something in that 10th and final round, but then he also looked at him, that look he gave me of like, this guy.
Yeah.
Chon's not exactly happy right now. He's happy with the fight, but you can tell he's very like frustrated like what he had tonight.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely, it takes two to tango, like you said.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has gone the distance of 10 rounds, and now we go to the judges' scorecards for the decision. Damas y caballeros, después de 10 rounds de combate, nos vamos con la decisión de los jueces. All three judges, los tres jueces, Carlos Ruiz, Juan Pulido, and Adrián Alvarado have the same scores of 100 to 90. Los tres jueces coincidieron en números 100-90. For your winner by the way of unanimous decision, su vencedor por la vía de la decisión unánime.
Does that make up?
Baldwin Park y Mexicali, Baja California, Jose Chon Zepeda.
Chon Zepeda gets lifted by his brother Rene, the victory. Victory number 36 for Chon. Wasn't easy.
De más boxeo.
He had to work for it, but he gets the victory.
Más,
makes some adjustments as he gets, he hopefully feels one step closer to fighting for a world title. They went the distance and it opened up right away. They exchanged back and forth, but then it was the opponent, Neeraj Goyat, started a little mocking, enjoying it, showboating a bit, and it got to the point where you could see that Chon Zepeda was in charge and in control, but at the same time, he had an opponent who didn't want to engage with him. Chon stayed weathered it, stayed cool, and then in the 8th, 9th, and 10th rounds really took over and displayed the difference in the boxing skill set for Chon Zepeda. So he had Eric Morales for a camp. He gets the victory. He's just going to continue to improve and move on and see what he does in his career, which hopefully leads to another opportunity for a world championship belt. He's gone 0-3 in title fights, and he knows he's got another one in him. And he feels like he's one of the better 140-pounders in the world. He'll go anywhere to fight him. He'll go anywhere to take on him. And tonight, in Guadalajara, Mexico, Chon Zepeda got the victory against a very awkward and a game Neeraj Goyat, Gangster from India. Body work was nice from Chon tonight. And it was a fighter that stayed with himself, stayed in there. Didn't try to do too much, Alexis. It was a fighter that Chon knew what he had to do, and he stuck to the game plan.
He had to stick to the game plan. When you got a fighter like Goyat doesn't want to engage, you just got to stick to your game plan and just win the fight. And now he's back in the winning column, so now he's up there in the title contention.
He's ranked in the WBCs. Here's Chon Zepeda, and he's on the door of the other commissions, other sanctioning bodies, I should say. Chon Zepeda gets the victory tonight against Neeraj Goyat. Good job by our crew getting you all the highlights of the entire fight. And Chon Zepeda gets his hand raised. Mexicali roots, Baldwin Park, California, La Puente. Shout out to everybody watching back in the United States for Chon Zepeda. So he gets the victory. All right, so we had 5 fights. The only one that went the distance was Chon Zepeda against Goyat, but before that, though, Diego Torres, Aaron Silva, Rafael Espinoza, Carlos Ocampo all stopped their opponents early. Good victory for Rafael Espinoza and Aaron Silva in that battle. The Silva recently signed the Golden Boy Promotions. Look good at 168 pounds. All right, we're in Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. There you see, beautiful evening, great opportunity. Gracias a toda la gente que nos acompañó desde Guadalajara. For my partner, Alexis Rocha, and everybody working behind the scenes in the production truck, our producer, Joe, our producer, Luis. Great job, everybody. that's going to be a wrap. For Oscar De La Hoya and Eric Gomez, president of Golden Boy Promotions, I'm Beto Duran. Thank you. Buenas noches. Adiós desde Guadalajara, México.